All right, welcome to another edition of Recap of the UFC Vegas 37 full card discussion after the face-offs. This Ranj and BC Dave. No sense of it's not a real recap. That's just the name of the show, Nor. Don't get crazy. I just finished watching the face-offs and weigh-ins. Say hi, Nor. And now go back to your fort. And Dave was asking who anyone missed weight, and I was like, yeah, wrong Zhu wrong, that guy, the Chinese guy, and he doesn't speak English, so they're like 158, and he's like, yes, he pounded his chest and everything, and he missed weight. But anyway, hey Dizzle, what's going on, buddy? I don't. It was one of those ones. I think it doesn't matter. I think he missed weight, and I think it's better that he missed weight. But anyway, that's way ahead. We're gonna start in the beginning, opening of this card. You've had 2 weeks to do some studying and research. You said you did that, yes?
I've seen so many friggin' videos about like the most useless information, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I know way too much about these girls, about these fighters' personal lives. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
It's a sin to be proud of missing weight. Not when you don't know. Pete is. He didn't know Chinese. He don't speak English. His corner man had to translate and tell him miss weight 30%. You know what though? Being that he's Chinese and he's backed by the Chinese national government, I'm sure they'll compensate for that 30% because he's over here representing China. I'm just saying that's all tinfoil hat shit, but really you got to take that into consideration. Yeah. Oh, I started early today, boys. I did, and I've kept the pace going. So I might be a little bit vocal tonight. Maybe too much for my wife's liking. Might have Nora shut the door in between here and the rest of the house. But anyway, let's go. So as I was saying, you did have plenty of time to look at tape, stats. Did you write down stats? Did you keep notes?
I've got all my stats right here on my laptop.
Oh, perfect. Hope you can bring them up quick. Okay.
I'll follow
along. As you know, my router's like 200 feet from me, so I keep in StreamYard, but when I do and I pop up like Bet Online and Tapology and YouTube, it just overloads the stream and I end up losing connection. So I'm going to rely on you heavily for fight order and stats. But I do have a hard copy. But the orders, I went out of order when I made this. So what's the first?
Same thing here.
There you go. You got the legal pad. There you go. That works. What's the curtain openers? Hannah Goldie still, right?
Hannah Goldie and Emily Whitmire. Yep.
Emily Spitfire Whitmire. This is a good face off and weigh in. Hannah Goldie's so muscular. But it's not like so muscular that it saps her cardio. You know what I mean? You know how like muscle bound people, they just because they need more oxygen to feed their muscles, therefore they just start huffing and puffing and they gas out. But she's not one of them. She got the muscle. But Emily Whitmire, she's kind of more veteran experience, I would say, than Hannah Goldie. They're both coming off losses, UFC losses. Hannah Goldie's winless in the UFC. She's never won in the UFC. Emily Whitmire, she's won twice in the UFC, but she's 4-4. Nothing great. She's 2-3 in her last 5. Nothing great. Not great at all, actually. She's got a slight 1-inch height, 2-inch reach advantage. That's nothing. But well, she does.
That's a good point to make, though, because Goldie's usually fighting people that are way bigger than she is.
Yeah, she's you, and plus she's 3-2. Flipped that record in her last 5. So if you go by, I know it's not UFC. I mean, her 2 losses, she's 5-2 overall. Her 2 losses are in the UFC, but I don't know. She's a purple belt in BJJ. That thing is, Hannah Goldie's short notice, right? Because Emily Whitmire was supposed to fight Corey McKenna, right? And they're both out of pretty decent gyms. Hannah Goldie used to be out of some weird place called Winter Springs, but now she's out of Fusion XL, which is I wouldn't say top 5, but probably a top 15 gym. Emily Whitmire, Syndicate. That's in Las Vegas. A lot of females come out of there. JoJo Calderwood, that girl that just got beat from China, or Korean girl, Ji-Young Kim, she's out of there. Alexa Connors, Roxanne Modafferi, who you hate, but I love. But anyway,
Sure.
They're all out of Syndicate. So Syndicate has plenty of talent for training for Emily Spitfire Whitmire. But I did see, hot take, I did see a little like weird interview type thing, like after a fight where she was crying because she lost. And mentally, I don't know if she's got it in her. I don't think she's mentally. I don't know. I think there's something missing. I'm taking Hannah Goldie here, even though she is the slight underdog. I'm still taking. I'm going to pull up the Bet Online stats on my phone so it doesn't interrupt with my StreamYard. But
there you go.
yeah, that's how I'm going to do this now. But what do you have anything to add to this fight between the curtain opener, Hannah 24K Goldie, and Emily Spitfire Whitmire?
Yeah. So I lost money on Hannah Goldie last time she came out. I did put money on her and she lost.
Yeah.
But what I'm liking is that she is fighting someone her size. I think she's going to be looking to avenge that loss, even though she is a way lower rank and taking this fight on short notice. I see her being a hungrier fighter. I think she's really trying to get herself into the UFC as one of the main fighters in the top 15, top 20. She's coming off a loss to Belbita. I know you won money on that one because Belbita.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but she looks like one of my ex-girlfriends from like 2000. Diana Belbita does.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
And before that, she lost to Miranda Granger, who was undefeated at the time. Pretty decent.
She is good. Yeah.
So I'm not going to fade her 2 losses. Her wins were okay. When I see it against Whitmire, it's not bad. She matches up fairly well. I don't think Whitmire can sub her. I don't think Whitmire can knock her out. The only way Whitmire is going to win this fight is by decision. Now, when I look over at Whitmire, she's coming off of 2 losses to Vienna and Rebus. Her loss to Vienna was by armbar, and she missed weight that day as well. Against Rebus, it was a rear naked choke.
Vienna was, yeah, you're right, armbar.
Yeah,
Yep.
and she did win. Let me just pull up her record real quick.
She's 4-4, even record. It's not even.
Yeah, but
this is kind of a.
I'm looking at her wins, and okay, lost to Paula Viana, lost to Ribas, both of which she was subbed. She beat Alessandra Albu, who is a huge.
Never heard of her.
A huge can. She beat Jamie Moye, who is another can.
Never heard of her. Yep.
Exactly. Before that, and then she has another sub loss to Robertson, and then another one to Modafferi. I have not seen this woman win a fight yet.
Right? Spitfire Whitmire, I know. The only good I can say about her is she's from a decent gym. Aside from that, I'm all over Hannah Goldie, and so are all the cappers. Like in my capper comparison show, there was only one Schroeder MMA bet. He's the Brazilian buddy that I met through Vlad. Everybody else, DFS and Uncle Weezy, all the 3 guys from Perfect Probably Pursuit, Mo Screams, and MMA Fortune Teller, all taking Hannah 24K Goldie. But P Dizzle thinks Hannah should move to Glory MMA. But you know what? I think Emily Whitmire is going to be forced to Glory MMA. She's going to be forced down to like a LFA, PFL, because she's not. I don't think she's ever been UFC material. She does have. It says, do you ever Tapology up? Because it does say. I wrote notes. Emily Whitmire has 2 wins in the UFC, but that's those 2 cans, right?
Those are
those
the
2 people I've never ever heard of.
No,
but I'm gonna go with yeah, me and you. I think we're in agreement here. I'm taking Hannah Goldie. Real quick, I'll just show you one. There's the one guy that took Whitmire. Everybody else, Hannah Goldie. I'm doing it a female fight, so I'm taking it by decision. You know, I'm not gonna expect her to knock her out or anything, but it could happen. She is a BJJ purple belt.
It could happen.
And Emily Whitmire has been submitted in her last 2 losses, right? Yes. And so Hannah Goldie could submit, but I'll just take her. She's a slight underdog. She's at -101. So, I mean, I'm going to see if I can open it up.
In a girls' fight, I'm going to be looking at the busier fighter, the one who's going to be throwing hands, the one who's going to be impressing the judges with takedowns mixed into it. Looking at Hannah Goldie's stats, strikes landed per minute, 6.4, compared to Emily Whitmire's 2.7. So Hannah is definitely the busier fighter. She doesn't have huge takedowns, but I think she has the option to, especially with that purple belt. I just see everything in Goldie's favor on this one.
Hannah Goldie by submission right now is +1,000. I might have to throw a quarter. I might put $5 on that just cause it's +1,000 by submission. Who Emily Whitmire, her last 2 fights, she lost by submission. Hannah Goldie's purple belt is like right before brown belt, so they're real hungry. They're still absorbing, but they're trying everything. You know what I mean? There's the boy, Real News MMA. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, I guess he's been keeping track of our parlays, and we're like 3 in a row on correct parlay, like our three leg parlays. I haven't been keeping track, but because I make a ton of parlays, but I think he might be right.
I know mine came in.
How'd you do last week anyway?
I did pretty good. I did really well on the betting aspect of it. I actually made some pretty good coin. I had some great parlays that came in. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how things went.
Yeah, I am. I went 6-3 last week overall, but you're right. I had a lot of green sheets. Green means good. Green means money. And right now, I'm just gonna just put a quarter unit just on that. Hannah Goldie by submission at +5 or +1,000. How can I not? Man, $5 will win me 50. $5 will win me 50. I just spent this today between lunch and home. I stopped it and got these. And while I was there, I'm like, you know what? Let me get $20 worth of scratch off. so I just throw money away anyway. So why not throw $5 on a chance to win 50 over on Hannah Goldie to submit Emily Whitmire, who's coming off 2 submission losses. All right, who's the next fight on the card?
Next fight, I've got Gustavo Lopez and Halil Atong.
Haley Alatong. Yeah, Haley. I call him Haley, even though that's Slim Shady's daughter's name, Haley. But anyway, we just call him Alatong, or the Mongolian Knight. That's his nickname. Gustavo Lopez. This one, I've always been on the side of Haley Alatong. He's got the age advantage by a few years. He's 4-1 in his last 5, even though he's coming off a loss to Casey Kenny, unanimous decision though. But the thing is, Haley Alatong, he just missed being on the Mongolian Olympic team. He just missed, like they take the top 2 positions per weight class, and he was like number 3. But and he's going against Gustavo Lopez, who you said you wrote down stats. I think I'm correct with this 28% takedown defense, which is horrible. 28 that means he's getting taken down, you know, on attempts. He's not defending them. 28%. Okay, he does fight out of a decent gym, Extreme Couture. You know who else fights out of there? JP Buys. We'll talk about him later. But anyway, Gustavo Lopez, he's coming off a loss to Adrian Yanez. He got knocked out in the third round. So, I mean,
Yanez was on a streak, and he's legit.
He is legit. But so is Casey Kenny's legit, too. And that's who Haley Alateng lost to, and it was by decision. He didn't get knocked out or anything.
Casey Kenny topped out, and after that, he lost to Yadong Song and Dominic Cruz in a wheelchair.
Yadong Song is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
Anyway, both these guys both of them looked great in the weigh-ins, and I'm gonna have to take the favorite here. I think Haley Alateng is a little bit of a favorite, so I'm gonna see what we got going on. Collapse this Emily Whitmire thing, and we've got. Hold on a second. Do you have your betting thing up?
Yep. Let me see here. Gustavo Lopez plus 110. Haley
Alateng.
Is it minus 138?
Yeah, I got minus 131 and plus 111. So very close for both our markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him by decision only because I think Gustavo. I know he got knocked out by Adrian Yanez. By Adrian Yanez, I would pick Adrian Yanez over Haley Alateng, to be honest with you. So, but I don't know about. I think Gustavo is probably going to be durable enough to last, and that's why I'm going to take decision. Either way, I think we're both on board with Haley, right?
I'm hoping if Lopez can keep it standing, he might come out ahead.
I'll give you a peek. Full capper consensus. Not a single soul took Lopez. Everybody on the show, all of them. Look, we got that's late in UGA. That's UFC Gambling Addicts. MMA Pick'ems Podcast. Bert, it's your boy eBay, and the new guy I use, Dev the Dude. All of them. Vlad wasn't on that show, but all of them took Haley Alateng, including. It's your boy. eBay. That's right, eBay's. I got her trained. But anyway, full capper consensus on that. I think I got. Oh, look, Dana White has joined our show. Hey, Dana White, it's going great, buddy. We're just talking about the card you got coming on. But anyway, Haley Alateng for me, Haley Alateng for you, and I'm kind of confident. I'm going to put an asterisk. You might be a parlay leg on our.
Fine, but I'm picking Lopez.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, all right. Good on you. You're going against everybody.
You know what? I don't see. I mean, I see Lopez lost to Yanez and he lost to Dashvili, who are both legends and were on huge streaks. So he hasn't really lost a bad fight since 2018. If I look at Alateng, I don't like Casey Kenny. I don't like the Robert Benoit fight. I don't like the Batago fight. I don't like any of his fighters that he's beaten.
Dana Baccaral. He's good. He's all right. He was supposed to be on this card, wasn't he? Or last week or something?
I don't remember. But I mean, since he's done that, he's lost. Oh, he's won 2 since he's lost to Halai to 2 nobodies. Okay, great, wonderful.
Okay, good. I'm glad when we don't agree on them all. It makes it interesting.
I don't see it. I mean, and his last decent win was against Bataral, and that fight was in China, by the way.
Yeah, but Baccarel's Chinese too, so it was Chinese versus Chinese.
Yeah, but still, though it was China versus Mongolia. If you want to put your tin.
But Mongolia is right there. It's right north of China. They share the same border. So
yeah, and I don't think China recognizes Mongolia, do they?
What? Yeah. I don't know. I heard Chinese are genociding people in China. So whatever. That they throw babies off cliffs if they're come out retarded. That's. I'm not making that shit up. That's they got a population control. What? They got They need population control. They restrict their people to have like 2 kids. If you have more than that, and if it's retarded, definitely getting tossed off a cliff or something, or made to an adrenochrome camp. Get sent to adrenochrome.
I got Diz agreeing with me on Lopez. I might switch my bet.
Okay.
I think if they can keep it standing, Lopez has a really good chance. It's not as one-sided as.
No, I know it's not one-sided. Look at the odds; they're tight. 10, what is it? 131 and 1 plus 111. But money is coming in on Haley Alatain because people are smart. But when it opened up, it was minus 105, minus 115. Both sides was minus numbers. Now Alatain is sole keeper of the minus number. Lopez plus money. That means public. And I showed you full capper consensus. Public and the smarts and the sharps. All of them taking Alatain. I think that I'm very confident with that. Let's move on. What's next?
I believe next we've got Impa. Is Impa next?
Ooh, and Kansaganai. This one is a good one because I'm going the wrong way on this one. Wrong way from the popular. Okay, we got Impa Kansaganai, Tishlobo, Shilobo. I don't know how to say his thing. Shilobo. But I don't know how to say Carlston Harris's Mozambique. Is that sounds like a country in middle of Africa.
It does. It sounds like Mozambique, but it's Mozambique.
I know, Mozambique. You know, whatever. Anyway, we got Impa versus Chilobo versus Mozambique. Carlston Harris. Now, Carlston Harris is coming off a good win against a good Christian Aguilera. I think Christian Aguilera is a decent fighter. I was high on him. He subbed him, this Carlston Harris. He is a touch older. He's 34. A lot of people fade that. 4-1 his last 5, as well as Impa. And you know about Impa, he's coming off a win against the Russian Sasha Plotnikov. Actually, I don't think he's Russian. He's like Hong Kong. He's from Hong Kong, but he's got Russian descent or some shit. But anyway, he rear naked choked this guy. After that highlight reel got knocked out by Quinn Buckley by the spinning back kick. But who could take that and not get knocked out?
No,
nobody in welterweight. Nobody in welterweight can take that kick and stay standing. Nope. If you can, you're not human. I don't know. And Impa is coming out of Sanford MMA. That's Henry Hooft is the coach there. Top tier. That's a top tier facility. And Carlston Harris, though. Carlston Harris is coming out of Run of a Cow or something. Run of a Cow, and that is one of those Brazilian schools. So Impa, I don't think he's really got wrestling. I think if Carlston Harris brings it to the ground, it's his fight all day. If he can get it to the ground. Impa, though, he does. I would give him if we were doing a Trudesno, I would edge out Impa for the striking. And I think he's a better striker. But I like Carlston Harris. I like his experience too. 16-4 compared to Impa's 9-1.
Definitely.
You know,
that's gonna be a big thing.
But I'll tell you what, the cappers picked Impa. Like on my show, only a couple guys picked Carlston. Everybody else picked Impa. I'm gonna tell you, I did. I also picked Carlston, and I picked him by sub. It's right there. There you go.
Call.
See that?
Yeah.
And I'm sticking with that. Look he got Impa's 27. He does have an age thing. What's their height and reach? Okay, Carlston's got just slight. It doesn't even matter. 1 inch, 1 inch height, 1 inch reach. In the weigh-ins, though, I liked Carlston in the face-offs. If I didn't know anything about neither one of these guys, and I saw the face-offs, and just like a casual guy came in, I was like, which one of these dudes is gonna win? I guarantee 9 out of 10 of those guys are going to pick to Carlston Harris. That guy's going to win. In the face-offs, that's how I looked at it too. Carlston Harris looks like the better fighter, just visually. And I think he is the better fighter. He's got more experience. Coming off a good win against Christian Aguilera by submission. But Impa's coming off a win against Sasha Plotnikov by submission too. and they're both 4-1, so you can't really take anything off that. The submission that Carlston Harris did was anaconda choke, though, compared to a rear naked choke, which every high school wrestler can do a rear naked choke. But an anaconda choke, that takes a little bit of BJJ skill that not every but casual guy has. Yep. Look, and P. Dizzle says Carlston has better striking, too. That's arguable, but okay, you got your opinions.
I watched lots of video on these guys. I watched so much video on Harris, and I kind of liked what I saw with Harris.
Right?
My notes with Harris after watching all of his fights: amazing wrestling, loves the dark strokes, has range but doesn't overextend. He's got good ground. He's got good stand-up. He's great in the grapple up against the fence. And I think he's faster and has more flow. As far as Impa goes, from all the video that I watched him, his leg kicks scare me, and he's got a crap ton of power. But that's it. I mean, this is his – I mean, he did lose as a middleweight, and now this is his second fight fighting as a welterweight. I do think the UFC might have handed him a win in his last fight after that big KO knockout that Buckley had on him.
But he didn't hand it him. He rear naked choked the guy. They couldn't have no choice. There wasn't a decision.
They gave him an easy opponent.
Oh, I got you. They fed him. They knew they gave him a good matchup.
Exactly, because he had been KO'd, highlight, and they still have investment in him. Now, having said that, he's well coached. He's got he's going to have a good game plan. This is the last fight on his contract.
For who, Impa?
Yep.
Okay, that's a hot take. That's info I didn't know. That's good.
I was in his interview. Yeah. His BJJ coach is Nuercha, which is not bad, but he's just starting with him. He's also got Jason Strout in his corner. He does believe in God, and God will provide for him.
Oh, boy. He's a Bible thumper? One of those guys? Holy roller?
Correct.
I bet you Carlston Harris probably believes in God, too. I'm willing to bet money on it.
For this card.
It sounds like. Where's he go to church?
But anyways, I do think Impa is going to show up to put a good show on, because it is his last fight. He wants to sign again. Mind you, the UFC's invested in him. They're going to sign him again as long as it's a decent fight and it's not boring. I do think Harris has the bigger arsenal, and I think the Harris sub is probably decent.
That's where I'm going. Yeah. Even though this guy, Dirty Reg 22, he was taking Harris, but he thinks it's going to be – you know what? I agree, buddy. It will be close, but I have to give the edge to the plus money. Lift your shirt. I don't have mine on. There you go. The plus money. Let's see what the odds are for Mr. Harris by submission. Oh, he's not plus money anymore. He's at minus 105. Impa's minus 115, so Impa's still favored.
All right, let's open it up. Head to Bet 365, where Carlston Harris is still plus 100 for the win.
Okay. By submission, I think that would be the route to victory. Plus 275. Not great, but out of all the odds, it's the second best odds. Impa by points is the best odds for method of victory with fighter. That's plus 145. Everything else is way bigger than that. Second best, Carlston Harris by submission, plus 275. That's worth it. I think that's worth the little, half a unit or something. You think this is going to go the distance, or you think we got to go finish here?
I'm having a hard time. I mean,
that's a tough call.
I don't think Impa's going to win, but he's a tough guy, and he's such a great athlete. Like,
unless he gets a spinning back kick to the face, then he's not that tough.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen here.
I know Carlston Harris is not going to be doing that shit. But you know what? Nobody thought Quinn Buckley was going to be doing that shit either. No. But anyway, I think Carlston Harris is going to use his jiu-jitsu that he learned from Brazil and like I said, his wrestling is up here for Carlston Harris. Impas is down here. Impa does. I mean, he's a professional fighter, so he's got to have something by. I don't know. Do you have stats on his takedown defense? It can't be over 50. It's got to be less than 50. I don't know if you have the stats for that, but Impa. And I bet you his because they have their stats so deep. I don't know how deep you dug into this, but you know who's great at that? Those guys, Uncle Weezy and DFS. Those guys, and they do their shit. They do their video on Sunday. The day right after the fights, and they dig deep. But yeah, I want to say Carlston Harris all day. I'm. The more I talk about it, the more confident I am about it. But I am tipping them back, so you got to factor that in.
Yeah, I do as well think that Harris is going to come in with the win. It could be by Darce choke, but I'm not willing to go with that kind of.
All right, but he might. I'm going to asterisk him. He might be a parlay leg because we both agree on him. So he's a contender to be. There's 15 fights on this card, right? No, one of them dropped off. Moda and Cameron Van Camp. That's cut because one of the two got hurt or something. But there's 14 fights on this card, so there's plenty to choose from. We're gonna have to probably make 3-leg parlays. Anyway, there's Dev. I was just talking about you, bro. I was just talking about how you picked Carlston Harris too. Dev is on Carlston Harris. Yes, correct. Moda is off. But yeah. So we're all on board with Carlston Harris. Let's. Even Dizzle. Remember that time P Diz got every single fight wrong in that one fight card? Remember? That's a skill. That's to get every single one. I wish I could just play your opposite. I'm just fucking with you, Diz. I'm just messing with you. Just pushing your buttons. I'm gonna always bring that up though. Remember that time? Okay, what's next up the Tapology lineup?
All right, we've got Erin Blanchfield against Sarah Alper.
Oh, this one's a lock of the night.
This is
Sarah Alper is not UFC caliber. Sarah Alper should stick to whatever KCFFC or wherever she's from. I got to find it.
LFA.
LFA. She should stick with that. Granted, she did come off a loss to a Jessica Rose Clark, Jessica Rose Clark's the real deal. She does have some grappling. You know, she got money. Do you know that from Jake Paul?
Jake Paul gave her $5K, and Thrilla topped out to fill the GoFundMe for $35K. For $25K. Thrilla.
Who's
the
Thrilla?
Promotion.
Oh, it's just promotion.
So
this girl Sarah Alper had a GoFundMe for her camp, where
$5,000 from Jake Paul and $25,000 for a $30,000 total.
She should have just started like a fans only or like a OnlyFans thing and did some softcore porn or some shit, because that's kind of, it's a begging for money. Okay. It's just it rubs me the wrong way.
How do you feel about Thrilla, a fighting promotion, paying her GoFundMe? Jake Paul fought underneath the
Triller. That's what Pain Fight Picks. Triller Fight Club is, I believe, what David is trying to say.
Thanks, Pain Fight Picks. I appreciate it.
Triller. I hope Pain Fight Picks joins our I didn't even make my Tapology picks yet. Didn't have a chance because I just finished watching the weigh-in. What?
Breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tonight after the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with I agree with Dev. Erin, lock. Yeah, this girl, she's better everywhere. She's better standing up. She's better on the ground. She's better at jiu-jitsu. This is her UFC debut also, but she's out of Invicta and CFFC. And she's got a 5-inch reach advantage over Sarah Alper. I've seen Sarah Alper. She's got decent wrestling, but that was about it. And it's not as good as Blanchfield. Blanchfield is going to blanch Alper. This girl is, I think, she's a BJJ black belt. Sarah Alper is a BJJ. I got my belt from JCPenney's because I'm trying to get money for my camp so I can train. But cold-blooded, coming off a unanimous decision win against Brogan Walker Sanchez, that's never heard of her. But still, she's coming off. She's 4-1 in her last 5. Alper 3-2 in her last 5. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I don't like to diss and fade. Like, I don't like to put shade on fighters, but I don't see anything I can say positive about Sarah Alper. And this, I'm trying, but she fights out of that Panda Kickboxing. You know who that is? Julia Avila. That's her little gym that she got going on. So I guess that might be decent. I don't know where Erin Blanchfield. I don't know. She might be training in a barn in some field. I have no idea. There's Tapology didn't have it listed, but it doesn't really matter. She's a BJJ black belt, and I think she's lock it in, but not at minus 300. What is she at right now? I'm going to pull that up. Bear with me. I got to still make my belt. Is Bellator tonight?
I think the weigh-ins were today, so I think it might be tomorrow.
Bellator?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anyway. Whoo. Erin Blanchfield's minus 430. She's not even making my parlay. But let's open it up because I think she's going to get, with her BJJ black belt, I think she's going to get a sub. Let's see what the prop is on submission. Plus 900. Or no, that's Alper. Plus 400. Plus 400.
So, and if anybody has time, you can YouTube it. Look at her fight in Grappler's Quest. So not an MMA fight, but a grappling fight against Kay Hansen, who is a way heavier fighter.
Who are we talking about? Blanchfield?
Yeah, probably had about 30 pounds on her. And Blanchfield,
I wrestled in Grappler's Quest in 2004.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I got 3rd place for over 30 blue belts.
Nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well done. This is her UFC debut as well, and she's hungry. She's been waiting for this for a long time. She was supposed to have her debut in April 10th, but the opponent missed weight. She booked a fight for May. She missed that one. She's been training hard for this fight. I think this is a walkthrough. I think it's going to be probably a submission. I mean, her brother's a fighter as well. She got her BJJ black belt.
Yeah, I heard she's like helping training him.
Yeah,
she's the older sister doing the right deed.
Yeah, I mean, she just got her BJJ black belt in July. She started BJJ at the age of 13, and she's 22 now. 9 years for a black belt. That's insanely quick. But yeah, man,
she's prodigal. Where do they train out of? Does it mention anything like that?
I've got all of her training partners. I've got Fatima Klein from Invicta. I've got.
It's got to be like a Northeast gym. It's got to be a facility out of either Jersey or Grappler's Quest is from the Northeast. It's like based out of Jersey.
Her camp is at MK Muay Thai and Silver Fox BJJ.
Does it work? Wonder where that? I bet you that's in New Jersey or Pennsylvania or something.
She trains with all Invicta fighters, and she trains with Caitlin Chukagian as well, which is
Caitlin Chukagian.
Yeah.
Yep. She's made my cast of. Never mind. She's made the cast before.
Yeah, this is the only thing I've got for Alper is that. LFA 55 with a split decision versus Jocelyn Edwards. It was a messy fight. If you put that fight on, this girl, it was like 2 10-year-olds scratching at their eyes and doing this and slapping each other and like spinning around. It was a joke. absolute joke.
Yeah, this one you can lock this in. You can put, but the odds minus 450. It's not worth it.
Not great.
But by submission, if you take Aaron Blanchfield by submission, it makes it plus 400. That is worth it. But I'm just gonna pass on this. Sit back and just watch Blanchfield make quick work of this Sarah Alper.
I think this is a guaranteed sub, man. I think she's going to take her down. She's going to get her back and either choke her out or armbar her, or I'm going sub on this. Definitely.
All right. Good. Yeah, me too. Like I said, at plus 400. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to put it in right now. Plus 400. I'll put half. Yep, okay. $10. $10 will win me 40. That's half a unit for me because my units are $20. That's what my unit. Everyone has different units. It's supposed to be 2% of your bankroll. So mine is a half a unit, $10. Win me 40. Place bet. Done. Done deal.
I want you to know that she really wants a finish because she's trying to spin around and she wants to fight in Madison Square Garden in November.
Oh, that's very
that's a quick spin. She wants to fight in Madison Square Garden. That is her dream. That is what she wants to do.
I want to go to that. What's that? Usman and Covington, I think. Usman and Covington 2 or something.
Anyway,
yeah.
Big fight.
But you know what? I think tickets to see that I'm saying for me as a fan, because that's a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive for me. But the tickets, even for stupid tickets, like way back, you won't even be seen on camera tickets, are like $600.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can't, I don't know. I maybe if I win a perfect parlay, but I don't know. Okay, what we got next? By
the way, and just for that Alper. She started wrestling in 6th grade. She went to SCU. First year on the wrestling team, had problems, didn't do well, got kicked out. She ended up graduating from transferred to WT to finish school. So she wasn't even on the wrestling team in college.
Like the female wrestling team, or is that co-eds? I don't know how that works.
There is female college wrestling.
You know who else was a female college wrestler? P. Diz's girl, Miranda Granger. Is that P. Diz's, or is it Miranda's? No, Maverick. Miranda Maverick. P. Diz, who's your girl? Miranda Maverick. I think both of them were wrestlers, like college wrestlers. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about her. Okay, everybody in the world is all over Aaron Blanchfield. It might be a trap. I don't think so though. Aaron Blanchfield's going to blanch her.
I think so.
Okay, what's next up the card?
Montel Jackson, JP Bays, which is now changed.
Maverick. It was Maverick. Miranda Maverick. From VA, right? I used to dribble down in VA. That's where Diz is from. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Montel Jackson, JP Bays, which you said was canceled?
No, not that one. Moda and Cameron Van Camp, that got canceled. JP Bays, Jackson.
Got COVID.
No, that was Justin. That was that Bush guy that was supposed to go against Rong Zhu.
Dakota Bush. Okay, good.
Dakota Bush got COVID, but Rong Zhu got a replacement. Some guy, Brandon Jenkins.
I'm looking at him right now.
But what's next is JP Bays.
Yeah, JP Bays and Montel Jackson.
This is a hot take right here. P. Diz. That's a hot take with the odds because I know where is this fight? Hold on. I got notes and I did this. Montel Jackson, I know he's got the huge hands. He's got bigger hands than Francis Ngannou. He's got a 5-inch height advantage, 8.5-inch reach advantage. You can totally see it on the face-offs, all that. But he can get controlled by chain wrestlers. JP Bays, he was on like the South African national wrestling team. So the dude has wrestling. And he's a BJJ brown belt. And his wife just won. And his wife's like, you better follow suit or we're not going to be a power couple. I don't know. This is all, I'm just saying JP Bays came off loss. He got knocked out round 2 in his UFC debut. That was with his wife lost that fight too, but she bounced back.
Yeah.
She bounced back and beat somebody like just a few weeks ago. And as an underdog, this might be. I don't know. I hear you, Dev. JP is expected to go down. That's why I think this might be. It's a trap. I think because everybody. If this goes to decision, everybody's on Montel Jackson. He's like a minus crazy something huge favorite. What's his minus 650 favorite? JP Bay's plus 475. I think this might be the trap fight. It might go JP Bay's way if it goes to decision, or he might get like a submission because hear me out. I think he's gonna, if he can survive the striking and take it to the ground with wrestling, even though he's smaller, but you got to remember, same weight class. They're both 135, but smaller in height. He's ripped though. He's shredded. He's not like in bad shape. I think the young Savage might be able to get it to the ground. He might be able to put it to the cage, get that control time, and win a boring victory via decision. Or BJJ brown belt, he might be able to get a submission. I'm not sure on Montel Jackson's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game or his wrestling game, but I know I would fathom that JP Bays has better wrestling and BJJ. Montel Jackson, of course, will have better striking. He's got the reach. He's got the height. He's got the big, huge hands. He can, give him iron claw and you can't even see his face. But I'm just saying, Montel Quick Jackson, I did pick him on tap. Well, I'm going to pick him on Tapology, but I hedge bet already. I already hedge bet JP Bays at plus 475. I did that like on when I did the show, which was I think Monday or Tuesday. I did that. But you have anything to add to this?
I watched videos for Montel Jackson versus Kelber for UFC 232. I got notes that Montel stalked him, double jabbed him, kicks, crazy reach, good elbows, and he ended up winning by a Darth choke sub. In his loss to Brett Johns, Johns actually out-wrestled him and out-grappled him.
That's right. That's his hole. That's his weakness. Brett Johns is a decent wrestler. I wouldn't say he's upper echelon wrestler, but he's decent enough, and that's how he won that decision by controlling Montel Jackson. And I think JP Bays may be able to follow suit at plus 450, 475, whatever you got.
Yeah, and his fight with Johns, I mean, he even dropped Johns in the first round, and Johns lost the first round, but then won the next two. Now, looking at JP Bays, what I got? I watched his video against Bruno Silva loss. Silva was way smaller, but was way more talented on the feet. Bays is a UFC Contender Series winner. His win over Jacob Silva, who's a can. His win over Christy Rodriguez Jr., who's probably like a barista at Starbucks right now. Like, really.
Well, yeah, because this was he lost his UFC debut. So before that, he was just Contender Series, and
it was nothing.
Like South African regional, which is nothing.
No, exactly. So I mean, I haven't seen Bays win a fight yet, really, a good one. But having said that, there's no value in this. I don't believe enough in Bays to win. I think Jackson should have this quite handily. There's no value in it. My money's away. Not on this fight, kids.
You know what? I will say, Dev is saying Brett Johns is high class. Anyway, I will give JP Bays strength of training facility. I mean, Montel Jackson fights out of Pure Vita BJJ. That's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was looking at the list on Tapology. There's only one guy I recognize on that list that's in his weight class that he might train with. That's Ricky Glenn. Ricky Glenn's mediocre. Now listen to the people in bantamweight weight class, or within 10 pounds of bantamweight, featherweight, or within 10 pounds of 135. out of Extreme Couture. That's where JP and Cheyenne train in Vegas. We've got Gustavo Lopez, who is on this card. You're backing him. I'm not, but you are. We've got Mads Burnell. He's like Swedish or something. We've got Justin James. That's the Guitar Hero, Justin James. And we've got Jeremy Kennedy. So he's got way more UFC potential training. I'm not saying he's training with these people, but they all go to the same Extreme Couture. Whereas Montel Jackson and Milwaukee, Ricky Glenn. And I don't even know if Montel Jackson. I'm just throwing that out there, just something to consider, another variable to throw into your mix. But I think JP Buys might have a possible route to victory using his wrestling and his BJJ brown belt. I know he's coming up a weight class and he's short notice and he's going against the biggest guy at 135
with the biggest advantage.
Everything's saying
southpaw.
Everyone's saying do not waste your money on JP Buys, but he's worth a hedge bet in my opinion. I'm not going to put Montel Jackson in any parlays or nothing, not at minus 650. That'll just decrease the value. So
and Buys doesn't fight well against southpaws, by the way.
Or big paws.
Or big paws.
Montel Jackson's got the biggest hands in the UFC. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Could be.
You know what big hands means? Big gloves. Okay. What's next?
Let's see what we got next here. Where are we? You wrong and Brandon Jenkins.
Jordan Jenkins. Brandon Jenkins. I didn't do this one because this was like I said, he was a very short notice. I think 5-day short notice fighter for Dakota Bush because Dakota Bush got the COVID. So I can't make a conscious opinion. Did you do any research about this at all?
Just basic because where he's coming out of is a little bit odd. But he is 29 years old, 6 feet tall, 72-inch reach, coming off of a 3-fight win streak with caged aggression 29, cage aggression 30, and PFL number 9.
PFL. So he's on a what'd you say? How many fight win streak?
3-fight win streak.
Huh. If you're looking at Topology, are there any names you recognize?
The only name I can remotely recognize is Mike Breeden, who
never heard of him.
An LFA fighter back in 2019. Who beat him? That's the only guy I can recognize. Yeah,
I'm going with Zhu Rong all day.
Do you think?
Even Zhu Rong did miss weight though by 3 pounds.
Don't care.
And like I was telling you, he pounded his chest and he was all happy until somebody translated for him because he's Chinese and he doesn't speak English, and he thought he was just like they're 158, and he was like, yes. Then one of his corner men were like, yo, bro, you're in Chinese. Ching kong ma. You lost. You didn't miss weight. You missed weight by 3 pounds. And he's like, oh, well, all right, whatever. I just had some fried rice before I came up here, so go figure. It's not like he looked sucked out. He didn't even look like he tried to make weight. I think this is going to come to his advantage, this weight. Dev's saying it's a catch weight bout. Well, good thing then. Then he don't have to pay that.
Yeah, he just lose money.
Yeah, then you don't pay that purse. That what's it? 30, 20, 30%? I don't even know.
I think it's 30. It's supposed to be 30.
But these odds got to be big. Yeah, Zhu Rong is minus 268. Ugh, that's not worth it.
I got minus
Let's
300.
see. I think he would probably get within distance. I want to see what that is. Zhu Rong inside the distance is still minus. Wins inside this.
Dude, he's a
-2.
huge
That
favorite.
can't be right, is it? Zoo. Yeah, that's not. It's not even worth that. Zhu Rong within the distance. You have to pick the round. If you're taking Zhu Rong to get plus money, you got to pick the round or the method. So if you take him by points, it's plus 200. By knockout, plus 150. By submission, which not going to happen, is a plus 600. But yeah, I'm going to stay right clear of this. I mean, he might be worth the parlay leg. So I'll put it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we can.
He might be worth the parlay leg.
I'm going to do a ridiculous, massive favorites bet and hope that there's no traps out there. We'll see.
I've already did that. I didn't put a lot of money into it, but I did a couple. I did one with all my picks, like not all of them, like because there's 14 fights in this card. I did like a 12 fight parlay. I kept out that stupid Montel Jackson and the other stupid Armin Saruki, and I kept that shit out too. Unreal. But but I did do a 12 fight for $5, pays me back 2,400.
Well, Diz,
and
it's right up your alley, buddy. Well, fights.
So yeah. What is next? What's next up the card after Zhu Rong and the short notice Brandon Jenkins, who I didn't even. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch that one. Popcorn.
I believe we got. Hang on, we got
Tefan and Chukwi.
Nope, Painting Kenzan and Reecaaap and.
Ooh, another girl fight. This one's kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to get another one of these and let my dog in. So why don't you give a little bit of information about these girls for the chat?
Oh,
and I'll be right back.
I probably know too much about this.
Good.
All right, guys. Canadian's coming in ranked number 9, 15-5, 30 years old. She fights out of Sweden, but originally from Iran. Raquel Pennington, 11-0. She's 33 years old as well. I'm not even going to mention height or reach or height advantage. Pretty much the same. Now, I watched a few videos with Kanzat. I watched her win against Alexis Davis. Great knees, great counters. Don't know if you guys remember this, but at the end of a round, Davis thought that the clap was the actual bell, and Kanzat got a chance to get a couple little shots in the last 10 seconds. She got great combos. Her 1-2, solid 1-2, and a lot of girls' fights, a solid 1-2 does a lot. She has a good sprawl. She can do great things with takedown defense. The question is, will she be able to get good distance to get effective striking? Because I know Raquel's going to jump on her like a wet blanket. I think, yeah, she is. I've seen she throws great knees. She has a great 1-2, and she keeps it busy, so she should be able to dominate. This will be a clinch war, though. Raquel, let's see what I watched for Raquel's video. Raquel, I watched Nunes, and unfortunately, I think Nunes exposed her weakness and really on how to beat her.
Nunes is the GOAT, though.
Yeah, but I mean, she really exposed. I mean, granted, she did break her nose in that fight too, but it did give kind of the way to do it. You grapple her, you take her down, you ground and pound her. I also watched her win against Holly Holm. Holly Holm was so much taller and owned her in the grappling. But she did have good knees in the clinch as well. I just don't think Raquel's going to be able to keep Kanzat off her. I mean, those knees, the 1-2, I think she's going to be dominant in the grappling. It's going to be a clinch war. This is not going to be a pretty fight. I don't think there's going to be any knockout, but I'm picking the Swedish fighter out of Iran, or the Iranian fighter.
You're right. Swedish fighter out of Denmark.
Yeah.
Arte
Well,
Suave.
she's originally from Iran, but she's fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Right now. So that's pretty much my tale of the tape.
Iranian.
I'm looking at Kianzad as the decision winner on this one.
She is she's 4-1 her last 5. Raquel is 2-3, but all her losses though, like you were saying, Holly Holm, Beast, Amanda Nunes, GOAT. Who else was in that list of losses? Everybody she's lost to is top 10, right?
Jermaine Durandamy.
Jermaine Durandamy, she's good. She's like the strongest girl in her division, but I know she's coming off a win. Marion Renault, who's that gym teacher that retired, whatever, 40-year-old gym teacher.
But was my age.
And Pani Kianzad is coming off a nice win against Alexis Davis, because Alexis Davis is like she's a good boxer, she's a good striker and everything. But I'm going to disagree with you here. I'm going to have to jump on the side of Raquel just because of her experience. I think she knows better. She has better fight IQ. She's been through the best. She's been with the best. And I think she knows if she loses this sucker, she's going back to some regional, some lesser promotion than the UFC. Pani Kianzad can afford to lose this and still fight her way back into the UFC. That's why, I'm on the fence. This is a coin flip.
Did you watch the face-off?
I did. They both had that stupid looking weak face, but they're both looked good.
Did Kianzad make eye contact? Like stare in your eyes and make
there? It was. I think it was kind of, if I remember correctly, it was a pretty intense face-off.
Perfect. Good. I'm sticking with my Kianzad. The only fight that she's lost on the face-off against Julia Alvia, she looked away. Every time she looks straight into her opponent's eyes, she wins the fight. I'm sticking with mine.
You're not alone. Silky B got Pani too, but I don't know. I have to go with the resume of Raquel Pennington. Her losses, there are losses, but they're two quality opponents. You have the Tapology up? What's Kianzad's losses? She's got 5 of them. What's her most recent one?
Julia Alvia in 2019 was her most recent loss.
That's the Raging Panda.
Yeah, she lost to Macy Chizon in 2018.
Macy, she's good. Macy Chizon.
Yeah.
Chizon.
And then we're going back to Invicta against Sarah Kaufman, who was also a decent.
She's good too. She is good. Yeah. So I don't know that's decent.
So going back to 2017 now. You still want to look at her losses?
No, no need to go that far back. People, change. But I don't know. I'm like I said, this is a female coin flip fight. I got a feeling it's gonna Pennington's gonna edge it out. I'm not confident. I'm not putting this in a parlay, but and Silky said Pani won the. You know what? I kind of have to agree with you, Raquel.
Wow. If Pani won the face off, I'm all in. Forget the coin flip. I'm all in.
If anything, I'll go on the other way. I'll show you the thing. You're with the majority of cappers. Look, is Dev still here? There's Dev and Sel. They're taking Pani. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
It's gonna be a clinch war.
Only 2 people are taking Raquel.
Yep.
As me too. Decision. So yeah, I'm not switching my bet on that one. I'm sticking with it. But good. It's good to disagree. Now we won't tie in Tapology.
That's a couple we were disagreeing on. That's good.
Yeah.
What are the
I love
odds
it
on that fight, anyways? Oh, panties plus money. Ooh,
jump on it.
Money.
I'm staying right away from that fight. I put it in a parlay already with Haley Alatang and Carlston Harris. I put Pennington in. But as a straight bet, I'm not touching it. Yeah, Panny's in my market plus 100, even money, plus 100. But What the hell's that? Who's Joshua Dillon and Jesse Delgado? What is that? Is that why is that even? Is that's a different thing, right? I don't know. There's something weird going on with my betting site.
Oh, okay. Scared me.
No, they got all these UFC fights, and then in the middle of it, they have it says Josh Dillon and Jesse Delgado. What? Then it has Mike Rodriguez and Tefan Chukwi. Then it has another weird fight: John Adams, Edwin De Los Santos.
Yeah. So that's because your betting site is not splitting up Bellator and UFC.
Oh,
the times. So what's going to happen is that you're going to have all the Bellator fighters mixed in with your UFC fighters.
Oh, okay. I see that now. Yeah, that's stupid.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Well, I suppose I can combine parlays, but I don't know. I don't really follow Bellator enough to make secure bets on just like headliners and shit. Nothing. You know what I mean? Socrates Hernandez and Bobby Ceronio the third. And look at the odds on all these Bellator fights are crazy. Minus 1,000. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Arman Sarukian. I'm sorry.
Have another one. Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
Oh, that's funny. All right, what's the next fight? Where are we at?
Oh my god. All right. Next we've got Tefan Chukwi against Mike Rodriguez.
Awesome. This is a good one. This one I'm another one I am on the fence with. I might have to pull out the board. I might have to do a little chat.
Do it up.
I will. I'm gonna fill it out real quick. We've got Nchukwi. He's not related. You know, I was looking. You know that there's that Kennedy is Nchukwu. I thought like they got the same last name, but it doesn't because Kennedy isn't like Nzechukwu, and Tefan is Nchukwi.
Nchukwi, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Nchukwi. And the other guy is Nchukwu, has a Z in there too somehow. And then we got Slow. I want to add a hot take. Somebody in my comments when I did this had a hot take and said that Mike Slow Rodriguez is no longer at Lausanne Martial Arts because he's stubborn and didn't want to follow the coach. Joe Lausanne didn't want to follow the coach's instruction on striking. So he is no longer in that gym. And he also added that his nickname Slow is not just made up for a reason. I mean, it's made up for a reason. It's not just it's his nickname Slow because he is slow. That's what he was getting at anyway. And that was in my comments when I covered this show. But we're gonna go to the chat now. Y'all in the chat. Oh, look, Josh is there too. Hey, Josh, long time no see. I want you guys to start throwing up. Okay, very good. We got real news taken in Chukwi. Tefan. Let me get another marker. I'm kind of like OCD with. I gotta have the right shit going on.
Take your time. I keep myself busy.
I don't know. What do we got? Tomorrow's my son's birthday though. Turns 10, double digits, big day for him. He's having a mad sus party. You know what that means, Dave? For those, mad sus Among Us. It's a game.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's having a mad sus party. So, okay, taking Tefan, we've got real news. Look at Josh Aragon is smacking that Mike Rod. Josh A. Back from the dead, COVID vax can't keep probably punching the ground. Oh, look at Brandon. Yeah. Some of the subscribers are telling you happy birthday. Happy birthday, Brandon.
What's up, homie?
Thanks.
He said thanks. Silky B taking Mike Rod.
Good.
There we go. Let's make it interesting. Silky B. All right, we got 2 for Nchukwi, 1 for Mike Rod. P Diz, he's around here. He was talking a bunch of shit earlier. I think he got upset with me when I said, remember that time P Diz got every single fight wrong on the card? I was just busted his balls. That's just busted his balls. But anyway, all right. Well, I guess there's not enough people participating.
All right. Let me throw my stats out real quick.
There you go. Thank you. Do it.
All right. So we've got the lightweight Mike Slow fighting the middleweight Tafon Nchukwi in a lightweight fight. Right?
Light heavy. Light heavy.
Sorry. Light heavyweight.
Is 205 and middleweight is 185.
Yeah.
So who was the middleweight?
The middleweight is Tafon. The light heavyweight.
Right. But you know what? In the weigh-ins, Mike Rod was 202. He was under
6'4" against 6 feet.
Yeah, 4-inch height and 5-inch reach.
Yeah. And I wanted to say one thing is that his loss to Ed Herman was a referee mistake. I don't know if you remember that fight. The ref gave a 5-minute for a nut shot that wasn't even remotely close to his nuts. Ed Herman was getting his ass kicked, almost got finished, and the ref messed up. So I'm giving that loss as an actual win. His other losses are against Marquez, who's a monster, and against Zhao Young, who's a monster. And his last two losses were by sub. Tafon Nchukwi is not going to sub this guy. There is no way. I don't see him subbing up. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tafon, against his fight against Pickett, he was composed but dangerous. Got good knees to bodies, good combos and head kick. But I think he got handed that win as well. So as far as I'm going, Tafon's not going to sub him. I can't pick anybody else but Mike Slow in this one.
I'll tell you what, Tafon Nchukwi in the face-offs and weigh-ins, Tafon Nchukwi is more ripped and shredded, but Mike is longer. Mike Rodriguez, longer, more slender. He's not as thick, but he's got that. He's got that. You know what? When I see thick, you know what I also relate that to? The thicker you are, the faster you're going to run out of gas.
Yep.
The cardio, because like I was mentioning earlier, bigger your muscles, the more oxygen they need, the more blood they need, the more huffing and puffing you're going to do. Pick a side, people. Yeah, he's talking to the chat, I think, because we left off.
My side. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I also
38th ranked against the 72nd ranked. I'm going to go with the 38th ranked.
What's the odds? Let me see.
Fighting in his own weight class, as opposed to Tafon, who's not fighting in his weight class.
It's odd. The odds are real tight. Minus 103 for Mike Rod, minus 117 for the Don. The Teflon Don. That name bugs the shit out of me because Teflon Don is like, 50 Cent, the rapper.
Yep.
That was one of his monikers. That was one of his nicknames, the Teflon Don. Now this guy, his birth name is Tefon. There's no L in there. Tefon Don. That's so stupid. It's just, I'm sorry, it's the Don. But anyway, I'm not saying he's a bad fighter or anything. But I think Mike Rodriguez. But man, what bothers me is that stupid comment I got on my channel when I covered this fight. That guy said, "I'm from Massachusetts." This is exactly what he said. He said, "I'm from Massachusetts." That guy, Mike Slow Rodriguez, didn't get that name Slow by himself. He was given that name because he is slow, and he doesn't train at Lausanne MMA anymore because he's too stubborn to take the coaching for the striking. That shit just messed me up. It was like, man, if that's a hot take and he knows because that's where Massachusetts is, where Lausanne mixed martial arts is. If he's onto something, I don't want to put my money on Mike, but I did pick Mike Rodriguez, and so did everybody else. Look at this.
Oh,
only king of crackdowns was the only one taken in Chukwi.
King
Everybody
on
else.
crack.
James Lynch interviewed Mike Rod, MMA guru who everybody loves, the knit cap guru, MMA expert, that's AJ DeVito, and Ronnie, he's an Australian guy. Everybody all over. The slightly older, 6 years older, Mike Slow Rodriguez.
The more experienced, the wiser.
He's coming off a loss, though. He got rear naked choked by Danilo Marquez.
Tafan's not rear naked choking anybody.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. Tafan, he's like a power puncher, right? Like a brawler, not even a technical striker, just like a swing for the hills.
And Mike Slow's got that height and reach advantage. Who's going to be able to keep
hot take. Real MMA News saying Tafan apparently knocked out William Knight at roughly 225 back when they fought. Just looked into it. You know who else knocked out William Knight? Or didn't knock him out, but who beat him? That dude that just got housed from the contenders or our Ultimate Fighter, Mike Gilmore. Remember that guy? Mikhail Gilmore. He spelled his name Michael. He spelled it wrong. Gilmore. That guy beat William Knight. So what's that? That you can't take much from anyone beating. Daun Jung made William Knight look like a clown. So, I mean,
I'm going plus money here. Plus money. Mike Slow plus 100. Can't go wrong there.
Look, I'm also taking Mike Rod. I'm taking Mike Rodriguez. Also, he's got, and Tafan and Chukwi's, what's his pro record? 5-1.
Yeah.
Mike Rodriguez 11-6. Who's got the more ring time experience?
Who's got more
Tafan and Chukwi. I don't like talking bad about these guys. I really don't. But he doesn't really. I don't know. I don't think he's really. He shouldn't. He should have spent more time in a lesser, maybe like a Bellator or a PFL. Nip it. Vlad is not on. Nobody wants to see you. Vlad loves my cat.
No shit.
Oh, how's Nippy doing? My favorite. Oh, no. You want to see me do a pet a Showtime kick? If you don't think I can, this is for you. And he gives Did you watch that video?
Yeah, I did.
For those who don't think I can do it, that's for you. That's for you. For those who think I can do it. And then he shows us like a 2-minute video. It's awesome.
Who's got the win over Chaos Williams? Who's got the win over Chaos Williams?
Huh?
I'm reading the chat.
Ox Fighter?
I can't find it. He has win over Chaos Williams. Real
Real MMA News.
Yeah.
He did it during amateurs. If you look at Michael Gilmore and Tapology, his amateurs, it was either William Knight or Chaos Williams. It was one of them two. Oh, you got it. My bad. I blame it on this, buddy. I blame it on this and this. In combination, they'll mix it. Anyone will mix up Chaos Williams and William Knight. They look in the mirror and they look the same. Yeah, it was
Thank you,
my
MMA.
mistake.
I appreciate our fact
I mixed up the Ox Fighter and what's the other one's name?
Yeah, I appreciate Real News MMA, our resident fact checker, to make sure that all of Ranj's stats are right.
Real News MMA is awesome. God bless them, because I start teetering off a little bit. I get people mixed up. King of Crackdown versus E-Money in a fight. That's a great one. You know who the King of Crackdown is? He's that dude who talks real fast from Washington, D.C., and he like talks too fast. I'd probably take him, though, over E-Money. E-Money's just too young. He's too green. I don't know. That's a good one, though. Okay. Anyway, so I'm on Mike Rodriguez. You're on Mike Rodriguez. Real News. What's your
plus
money,
guys? Plus money for Rodriguez? Easy.
Not on my book. Minus 103 for Mike Rod.
Bet 365. Plus 100 for Rodriguez.
But I'm gonna put the asterisk by him. He might be a parlay piece in our three. We're making 2 parlays tonight. After we get through these fights, we're making 2 of them, 2 3-leg parlays. So those in the chat, you're welcome when we get there. What's next?
Jesus. Wasn't realize I was producing this show as well.
I need an assistant. I need my kids to get a little older so they can do
all right. Next we got, Buckley versus Arroyo.
Oh, this one's Buckley's gonna wipe him up. Arroyo's not good. I don't want to say he sucks, but he's just not good. I picked Arroyo to beat Duran Win, and boy, did I eat my words on that. And I was embarrassed for myself when I picked him after watching that fight, because Duran Win is like 5'2". He's like shaped like a bowling ball. He's got, you know what I mean? Yeah. He can't strike. All he can do the whole, you know how you do like little kids and you press their heads and they're trying to hit you but they can't reach you. Antonio Arroyo could have did that, yeah. But Duran Win just took him down over and over and controlled him the whole fight. Antonio Arroyo had horrible takedown defense. He doesn't know how to wrestle. And in this case, well, Quinn Buckley. He's not really a wrestler, but he is fighting out of. I guess from what I heard, he's fighting out of Murcielago. You know who fights out of there? Chaos Williams.
Are you serious, really?
He does. So does Daquan Townsend, I don't even think he's in the UFC anymore. But anyway, Quinn Buckley, you guys all know he had that super spinning back kick on Impa Kasangane, highlight reel back kick, like the knockout of the year. Then he got knocked out himself, head kick by Alessio Di Carico. And then Alessio Di Carico just got knocked out last week or not last week, but the week before by Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Yep. So everybody's like in the middleweight class just getting head kick knocked out. Everyone in that whole pattern with Quinn Buckley, they're all getting knocked out by head kick in round 1. But in this one, I like in other one. This is a nice information. Antonio Arroyo, that fight against Duran Win, that was a catchweight fight at 195. He's got to suck weight. He made it, though. He did make it. He's at 185. But in the face-offs, he does have 5-inch reach or height, 5-inch height, but he doesn't have the reach. Quinn Buckley actually has a slight 2.5-inch reach advantage, I think.
Long arms.
And long arms. But and Antonio Arroyo, he doesn't like that Duran Win. He knew he was coming into that third round down 2 rounds. You think he's gonna strike for the hills, like just try to get a victory, and he totally didn't. And that's why I dislike the guy. I gotta fade him. When I was watching that 3rd round, I was watching with Vlad. I think you were in there. I think P. Diz was in there, and I was like, I'm never betting on this guy ever again. And I'm sticking to my word. I'm never gonna bet Antonio Arroyo again after watching that. Might be recency bias. Maybe he just sucks against wrestlers. And Quinn Buckley, not known as a wrestler, known as a head kicker. So I don't know. But I guess Antonio Arroyo can stand and bang. I guess he's got some good body kicks and stuff. But I'm taking Quinn Buckley all day here. I'm confident with it too. I'm gonna see what the odds are. Quinn Buckley is a minus 189. Not the nicest odds, but I've seen it's less than minus 200. So give him that. You got anything to add? Oh, look, Silky B. Arroyo's a head kicker too. But you know what? You have Tapology up. Yep. Let's look at. Pull up Arroyo. Let's see his past fights. Let's look at some of his wins, some of his losses, and just like examine this a little deeper, because I don't want to. I did say, I said that out of spite, though, out of salty disregard,
Silky B,
of one fight.
Man. Buckley's got this. First of all, Buckley is famous for coming off of a loss with a win. He pretty much goes loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So as far as I'm concerned, he's due for a win. He's coming off of a loss.
Pattern. He's a pattern fighter, you said? He's got the pattern pretty going on?
Yeah. Okay, let's go into this guy's.
Hey, you got a favorite Canadian football team? You told me last time. You like the Argonauts, right?
No, I don't. I'm not a big Argonauts fan. I'm actually from Ottawa, and as an Ottawa guy, we can't like anybody from Toronto. Like the Senators can't like the Leafs. It's our
right. Well, it's CFL.
Yeah, it is CFL. But it's kind of CFL. Favorite CFL. Let's go with Riders or Bombers. Riders or Bombers. Let's go with Riders. They suck, but Riders anyways. Saskatchewan, Rough Riders.
Oh, he meant college football. My bad. I thought you were saying CFB as in college, like Canadian football, because BC
I don't even watch Canadian football. I only watch NFL. College football. I'm not. Please don't. No, I'm not going to, because bad information, and I don't know enough, and I would never give advice on something I don't know enough.
I'm because of regional where I live, I'm forced to be a Syracuse fan, because that's like the only Division I football college out of New York State. Little tidbit of information. So I gotta support the Syracuse Orangemen. But anyway, back to fighting. What were we at?
We were going over Arroyo's record.
Oh, that's right. I want to see who's he beat. Anybody you know? Anybody in there that has a familiar name?
Oh, okay. Lost to Deron Wynn.
Yep, that's the bowling ball.
Lost to Andre Muniz, who is 18-4.
He's good.
His last win was by arm triangle choke in the Contender Series of round 2 against Steven Regman.
Never heard of him.
It was Contender Series. Before that, Diego Henriquez against
which regional? What promotion?
Let me see what we got here. We got Contender Series, Dana White Contender Series, Salvatierra, Marajo Fight 8.
Marajo Fight 8. I think he trains out of where is he? Yeah, he trains out of the Marajo Brothers gym. So that's like a inner facility. That's within the facility tournament. That's not even like a regional. That's just like everybody we're gonna have our next Saturday. We're gonna have a big tournament. All you guys, it's one of those.
The guy he fought against there was only 1-1, so he beat him. Before that, we've got Para Fight 1.
You said enough.
Against what was I say? Against Antonio Soares, who was 2-4. Before that was Fierce FC in 2017, and he was actually in
Oh.
LFA. He fought an LFA fight against Herdem Al-Quebec, but he lost
Did he
that
beat
one.
him? Oh,
No,
he lost. So
Yeah.
anybody that's anybody, not even a guy, the only promotion that's worth knowing, he's lost.
Pretty bad.
So he's never beat anybody with a name.
Well, he won contenders, or he got a couple wins in contender series
Against a guy without a name, a guy that's unproven, a guy that's not in the U. He's never beat anybody UFC caliber.
Wait a second.
Thus,
let me do this.
proving my point, Antonio Arroyo is not UFC caliber. Antonio Arroyo should go back to Fierce or Marajo Fights or whatever, Combate. I don't even know what, Parasail. I don't know. Whatever you said. I am so confident in Quinn Buckley now. Now you even made me more confident when you read off everybody he's beat. Who I think I can beat him.
I might have a chance on a couple of those guys. I won't lie.
The 1-1 guy.
I'll take him. Fuck yeah. He is definitely working as a barista at Starbucks.
It's going to have to be catch weight, though, because I'm 185. I'm not going to get there for a long time.
Ooh, I'm 190. I'll take you. 190. Catch weight.
Anyway, all right. That's a lock. Quinn Buckley, in my opinion, is I already picked him on DraftKings. I already locked him in. I didn't make another bet except for I parlayed him with who's next?
Nate Maness and Tony Gravely.
Good one. Good. This is a good one. This could go. Realistically, this is a very close fight. This might be fight of the night if it wasn't for Tony Gravely's boring wrestling. Okay, let me give a little brief thing about Tony Gravely, who I'm very high on. I know he's like a 2-1 favorite. I want to say he's a minus 208. Okay, but rightfully so. He's coming off a win, left hook knockout of Anthony Burchak. And before that, he beat a guy named Geraldo de Freitas. And he did lose to Brett Johns, rear naked choke. However, you can't, Brett Johns, like I mentioned earlier, that beat somebody else we were talking about earlier, his wrestling's not that bad. But no, Tony Gravely, listen to this. Tony Gravely was a 4-time Virginia All-State wrestler. He went undefeated his junior and senior year. He won the state wrestling champions for Virginia twice. He wrestled at a Division I college. His wrestling way surpasses Nate Maness. Okay, but I'm not taking anything from Nate Mayhem Maness. Nate Maness is 4-1 his last 5. He's coming off a win, rear naked choke over Luke Sanders. And he's got a win before that against Johnny Munoz Jr., unanimous decision. 4-1 last 5. He's got height and reach advantage, which I knew that before the face-offs and weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But Tony Gravely fighting out of ATT, American Top Team. Nate Maness fighting out of Salvation MMA. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm all on Tony Gravely here. Not because of American Top Team, not because of his state wrestling accolades. I think Tony, I guess you could say recency bias. He's got better wins. Nate Maness though, I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think about this? Like I said, it could happen either way, I guess.
This is one where I'm kind of torn. I've got Maness circled with a question mark. Going maybe Maness. I like Maness's record at 13-1. Tag.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Who's his one loss to? Who's that loss to?
Man, thanks for my mouse cracking down. His loss was to Taylor Lepilius, who was 14-3, as sidekick, and the third round, a TKO 48 in 2019.
Okay, kind of recent. I get a couple years ago.
Yeah. Huh. And I've never heard of this Taylor Lapilius guy.
No, it could have just been a fluke off day or something. But I'm all over Tony Gravely. So you're taking Nate Maness, a lot of the other guys too. Look, Illinois Bigfoot, Nate, confident pick. But then we got some Silky B, Gravely, Josh, Gravely. He's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Dana White wants to fight Josh. Big Juice, Maness, subs Tony Gravely.
So
Real news, Maness.
I've also got a note here saying, wait for weigh-ins to see how he cuts weight. So how did Maness cut weight? Did you see him?
Huh?
I've got
Maness, you know what? On the weigh-ins, Tony, if anybody looked sucked out, Tony Gravely looked a little weaker when it comes to the weigh-ins. Maness he went up there, gave a good flex. He made weight. Okay. They both made weight. Tony Gravely actually looked like he maybe had a bad weight cut, but he's a decorated wrestler. Wrestlers are used to losing, like cutting weight and regaining strength within a day.
Well, regardless of what Gravely did, my only question was if Maness was able to cut weight and do it okay. And if he's going to do it okay, then yeah, if he had no issues cutting weight, I'm going to lean Maness on this one.
Okay, I mean it's warranted. He's only had that one loss.
Yeah.
What's his best win? Luke Sanders?
Johnny Munoz Jr.
Oh yeah, unanimous decision.
Who was undefeated at the time? Kellen Van Camp, who is nothing. I don't know who the hell that is.
Kellen or Cameron? Is it the one that was supposed to fight on this card?
Kellen Van Camp. Some guy.
That's Cameron's stepbrother.
Is it? Okay.
No, I have no idea. I don't think they're related. I have no idea
who these guys are.
The only Van Camps I know are the fish sticks that are in my freezer.
No, I like his win over Jesse Arnett. I like his win over Johnny Munoz Jr. I like his win over Luke Sanders. As far as Gravely goes, I get it. He's 21-6. He's got way more experience, by the way. I'm not crazy about any of his wins either.
I know. I'm purely taking him because of his wrestling accolades. For real, I'll be honest with you. I'm a wrestler, and I like wrestling.
I get
you know. That's why I'm taking Tony Gravely here. I don't like the odds, but they're better than what they. No, they're not better. Minus 208, they're worse. They opened up. I have them written down at minus 182. That's what they opened up at like a week ago when I wrote this info down. Now it's at minus 208. But for me, he's already a parlay piece.
Yeah, I mean, just for shits and giggles, I've got Nate Maness at plus 175 on my book. So I'm just going to drop $10 on it just for fun because it's like a scratch off. You were talking about it. I mean, I'm not going to put any money on it, but
I mean, it's worth it. It's plus 178. Yeah, I mean, plus 170. That is worth it. Yeah. That's worth a scratcher.
Yeah, maybe 20, 25 bucks. 25 bucks.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, you have a different bankroll than I do.
I do.
What's who we got next?
All right, let me get back to this. Next, we got Christos Thiagos against Arman
Tsarukyan. This is the widest line on the card, right?
Let me see what my odds are here.
I think
plus
so.
550 and minus 800.
Mine plus 600 and minus 1,000.
You got better one. I got plus 550 and minus 800. I'm not even talking about this fight. Go ahead.
Okay. Arman Tsarukyan, Ahal Kalakats. He's coming off a win against Matt Frivola, who's not really great, but he's okay, I guess. And his UFC debut loss to Islam Makhachev was noteworthy because it was his UFC debut. He took a short notice. Everybody, cappers, public, everybody had him losing within distance, and he made it to decision, but did get beat by unanimous decision by Islam Makhachev. He does have a 2 losses as a pro. His other loss happened back in 2015 against some Russian guy named Alexander Balik. He got knocked out early, 50 seconds in round 1, okay? But he did revenge that loss. The following year, he guillotine choked him, okay? So he did make revenge for that. This guy, everybody's high on him. Big, like chain wrestler. Like he's very aggressive. An aggressive wrestler is different than a smother, just gaining time, control time wrestler. A chain wrestler that's aggressive will work for like a submission. Like he'll try to get a position where he's got the advantage. Okay. Now Christos Thiagos, the Spartan, he's a Greek. He's got 3 inches of height. He trains out of a decent gym, Black House. Oh, Arman Sarukian trains out of ATT though. Rumor has it. I can't verify that because Tapology says Tiger Muay Thai, but I saw in a chat.
I'm looking.
In a chat, I saw that Arman Sarukian fights out of ATT, and he trains with Zhu Rong. I forgot to mention Zhu Rong. That this is all rumor. I didn't verify. I don't follow neither one of these guys on Twitter or Instagram or nothing like that. But Christos Thiagos, 4-1, also in his last 5. His loss in his last 5 was to Drakkar Klose. Drakkar Klose won the Illinois State High School Wrestling Championship. He was a state champ in Illinois. So I think, or some whatever, wherever he came from, he was the champ. Okay, so you can't take much from that. Okay, but all these cappers, the public, everybody's fading Christos Thiagos because I don't. It's not warranted because he's coming off a Darce win over Sean Soriano. But everybody's loving Arman Sarukian's chain wrestling, and they love his loss to Islam Makhachev. But I'm looking here. This Arman Sarukian, he came into his fighting career in 2015. Christos Thiagos, his pro debut was 2010. So he's got 5 years. I'm not saying and fights. He's got 5 years experience over this guy. I understand Arman Sarukian is only 24, Christos Thiagos 31, but man, at minus 1,000 and plus 600, I already hedge bet. I already hedge bet Christos Thiagos, but everybody, full capper consensus. Everybody, look at all those guys, including myself. I'm not a dummy because I'm on the hype. I'm on the hype train too, but everybody's saying Sarukian by decision. However, see that $sign? That means I hedge bet. I already put it.
Decision. Silky Bean was asking, you get plus money if you can get Arman within distance and like sub KO.
I'll open it up. Let's see.
But I mean, even in my notes, the path to victory is takedown, ground control, decision. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I don't even think he's going to sub him. I think he's going to light him up before he takes him down. Sorry, Silky. I don't think so, man. I don't see Giancos getting knocked out. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, Arman Sarukian wins inside the distance. Minus 600. So it's not minus 1,000. It's minus 600. Still, it's so stupid. I'm not going to put $60 to win 10. That's what it would be, That's ridiculous. I put $10 to win 60 though on Christos Thiagos. I already did that. Already done deal.
Do you think he's gonna be able to knock him out?
No, I think he's gonna edge it out by decision. I think because a lot of these fights went to decision, especially Arman Tsarukyan. Look at his wins. Decision.
Yeah,
Aren't they all? Does he finish anybody?
Jeez. Unanimous decision, unanimous assessment. He got a head kick in 2018
Against some nobody.
Against Felipe Oliveri in S70 Plataforma Cup 2018.
Yeah. So since then everything's been decision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he got a round 3 punches knockout against Haoshin Wu in Gods of World MMA Championship.
Gods of World. I played that game on N64.
It's online. I don't know. So yeah, I'm not going to say that he is definitely not a knockout artist. I mean, you go back to 2017, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 chokes,
right,
and one like this is 2016, 2017 against Cans.
So say what's his probably the best victory odds are by points. And if it goes to decision, Vegas might be like, hey judges, hey, everybody's got this guy locked in as their parlay anchor, Arman Tsarukyan. Everybody took him on DraftKings. Everybody's taking him all over the place. It's a trap. Christos Thiagos, you'll get the decision victory just because Vegas doesn't want to lose their bank on this Arman Tsarukyan unproven hype train that everybody's loving. And the face-offs, I thought Christos Thiagos looked better. Arman Tsarukyan's got like a weird boy face, like a punk, like a teenage punk I see at the arcade. I just want to slap him. That's the kind of face he's got. Christos Thiagos coming like a man. I don't know. I'm liking the Spartan. I mean, I took Tsarukyan just because all the hype. But now that I'm thinking about it, man, I'm glad I put that.
Thiagos.
I'm not going to change it on Tapology. I should, though. But I definitely hedge bet already. I hedge bet Thiagos. And I didn't put Tsarukyan in a parlay. Nothing. I have no play for Ahalkalakets. What kind of nickname is that? Ahalkalakets. What the fuck's that mean? Christos Thiagos, the Spartan. I know what that means. I saw the movie. I saw 300. I love this 300. Christos Thiagos, let's go, buddy. Let's get that money. Let's get that plus 600 plus money. So, yeah.
You know what? If anything, hey, it's a trap. T-shirts in the mail. It's a trap. I'm telling you. I'm not putting any money on this. If any value is to be made, Thiagos is the thing to be made. I mean,
I just don't understand. Like, even listening to all these cappers, they really never had a reason why they're fading Thiagos. All they could do is hype up Tsarukyan. Oh, his chain wrestling. He's so good, such a good wrestler. He goes from move to move. He's so aggressive. His cardio's unstoppable. But there's no reason they didn't have anything really negative to say about Christos Thiagos because he's coming off a Darce win. It might be against a can or something. I don't really even know. But I don't know why everybody's fading this guy. I don't see it.
I've got Thiagos.
He's got
plus 1,100 for submission or plus 1,100 for decision.
Oh, if method of victory, I think it's still going to be decision. I don't see with the hype surrounding Tsarukyan, I don't see him getting finished. But he did get knocked out back in 2015 against some Russian guy in the first 50 seconds, if I remember correctly. 50 seconds.
So if I put $10. It's going to
On what? KO?
Or no, just on a decision.
My book says Christos Thiagos. Oh, that was round foot by KO plus 1,100.
Yeah, me too. I know. That's why I'm just looking at it right now. I'm like, how about $20? $20 returns 240. Just by decision, just for fun.
By decision, I got plus 800 for Thiagos, and look, I just bet him just to win at plus 600. But you know what? I got money. I'm gonna do this one too. I'll put a quarter of a unit, $5. It'll make 40. $5 will make 40 if he wins by decision. Place bet because it's a damn trap.
But $25 pays 300.
That's pretty nice.
First, can I have a $25 scratch off? I can do a $25 scratch off.
Look at Thiagos will gas at some point, leaving a vote for a finish, whether it's a sub or KO. I don't know, man. We just went over Sarukian's record. He hasn't had a finish since 2017, right? You said everything's been decision.
Yeah. No, he's
all the way through. And Thiagos, he's lost one fight in his last 5, and it was against Drakkar close by decision. So recency, and I don't know. I just don't.
All right, Ranj, $25 on fucking Thiagos to win.
Don't do it by decision. Do it. Just don't be greedy. Just do it just to win. He's at plus 600. 25 will win you what? Put that in.
Okay, wait a second. Fight outcome. I got to bet 365. You suck. You guys got to get a better website.
I'll figure it out. $25, 150 on a $25 bet just for him to win by decision or knockout or not likely submission, but still.
550. How much does $25 pay for that? 162.50.
Yeah, I mean it's reasonable. It's reasonable.
All right.
I didn't do it 25, I did 10, but I just now did another 5 on prop it by points at plus 800. So that would be ideal for me. That would be fantastic.
I like $20 pays 130. I like that. I don't care. $20, whatever. Who cares? $20. Done.
Rock and roll. Let's do it. Go ahead. Let's go. Fire. Okay, what's next?
Fucking, you're a bad influence on me.
Whatever. I just told you not to do it. You did it anyway. Is it Mandy Bone next?
Oh, fuck. I forgot I was producing. Wait a second.
Mandy Bone.
Mandy Bone versus Ariane Lipski.
Awesome. Man, Ariane Lipski, I don't know what to think about this girl. I bet her last 5 fights, and I've won a couple of them, but I've lost more than I've won. I think overall, I won Luana Carolina, or that girl that she heel hooked. I think, knee bar, whatever, knee bar. She hurt her almost, and I bet her on that, and I won. And I bet her and she lost. I bet her in her loss against Molly McCann. I bet her in her loss to Montella De La Rosa, and there's another girl she lost to in there too. I don't have it written, but you got it up, right? Tapology.
Oh yeah.
Who else she lose to? Before Montana De La Rosa, she lost to somebody else too.
Antoniana.
No, Shevchenko. Yeah. Valentina's sister, older sister. And she lost by wrestling too. Yeah, and Antonina Shevchenko is not known for wrestling.
No.
Which made a left a bad taste in my mouth. However, that was when she was.
Her other losses were to Molly McCann and Joanne Calderwood, which
I know, good fighters. And I will add, that was when she lost to Antonina. She was training out of Black House MMA. Or Kings. I'm sorry, Kings MMA. Now, where is she? With her new husband, the coach, Ronaldo de Silva of American Top Team. where Amanda Nunes, I follow her on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of fighters. I follow three female fighters on Instagram. Ariana Lipsky, Valentina Shevchenko, and the other one's just a BJJ girl you probably never even heard of, Amanda Lowen. But anyway, Ariana Lipsky, her Instagram pictures show her with training gear on next to Amanda, and who's Amanda's wife? Nina Nunes. Yeah. Next to both of them. I know Amanda in the picture has a baby and she's wearing flip-flops, but still, I'm just saying, still, same, like, they have other, Tisha Torres is there. They have all sorts, American top team.
They got an army.
They do. And her husband is a coach there. That lucky bastard, I think he's like 40, and she's, 27? She's beautiful, and anyway, I'm jealous. But the Queen of Violence, I think, and I noticed, like, on her Instagram, she's got all these sponsors. She doesn't want to lose them, but if she gets ousted from the UFC, which a loss will do,
probably
she'll lose those sponsors. Now, she's getting set up against Mandy Bohm, 7-0 undefeated fighter out of Germany, training out of SBG Ireland, where Conor McGregor trains out of. However, who she beat? Can after can after can. I know her last win was somebody in Greet Eckhout in Bellator. But yeah. and there's a lot of, like, there's not a lot, but there's a little bit of hype behind this girl because she's undefeated. But if you look at the combined records of all her fighters that she's beat, I think they even the wins that Ariana Lipsky has by herself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she's unproven. I think the UFC, Sean Shelby, is feeding this girl to Ariana Lipsky so she can regain a little bit of momentum, keep her sponsors, keep her job in the UFC. You know, I think it's kind of, they're setting this up as a give me fight for Ariana Lipsky, and I hope they're doing that. I'm taking Lipsky because of this, but this Mandy Bohm, she could be the best. Who knows? Because she's undefeated. She hasn't lost, but she's been to decision. Actually, incorrect. If you look at her first pro fight, she lost. She got I forget if it was knocked out or subbed.
Triangle choke of the second round.
That girl that beat her, it was turned over because of steroids or something. So it was turned over.
There was both their debuts, and Sinja Kiefer is now 4-6, by the way, off steroids.
Yeah. And this girl, yeah. So that 7-0 is not real. You know, they're decorating her as an undefeated fighter, but that that debut, yeah, they don't mention, oh yeah, there was a no contest that was overturned because of steroid use where she got triangle choked. I don't know. I'm all over Ariana Lipsky, and I'm pretty confident about it. Who are you taking here? Are you taking Monster or Queen of Violence?
I don't know who this Mandy Bohm is. I'm sorry. And I watched a lot of UFC. I watched a lot of MMA. I don't like. I mean, I saw her fight once against Eckhout, and that's it. So I got nothing. I'm all
right. That Eckhout, that was in Bellator. What's her other fighter?
She's also fighting TKO, GMC,
like GMC, German. That's German martial
MMA
combat
championship.
I think it's German martial combat or something stupid like that. It's a German thing because she's German. It's definitely a German regional.
Well, I'm half German, but I ain't going with this girl.
Yeah, no, me neither. I'm taking Ariana Lipsky. Ariana Lipsky was a Polish, like, KSW champ. She was a flyweight champ in KSW. She's a real deal. She's been kickboxing since she was like six years old or something. She started when There's if in Tapology, there's a little history. It was written like probably 5 years ago or some shit. But there's a little bit of a wiki, like a info on Ariane Lipski, and it says something like started training kickboxing at a very young age, went to KSW, became champ. She's Polish and Brazilian. Oh, I love her. That's why I follow her on Instagram. I'm a big fan. But if she loses to Mandy Bohm, I'm not following her ass anymore. I'll tell you that for sure. So, yeah, I'm asterisking her too because I think the odds are kind of tight on this. I'll find out right now. Okay, we've got oh man, they mixed up all these. Okay, here it is. Ariane Lipski's a -125.
Yep.
Good value there. Mandy Bones plus 105, which that Ariane Lipski should be like in my opinion, she'd be like a -160.
Well,
I don't know. Mandy Bohm. Who is Mandy Bohm?
I've got Mandy Bohm at plus 100 and Lipski at -125. So your bet here is with Lipski.
Yeah, absolutely. Bang Bros. The Bang Bros. Remember the Bang Bus? Did you?
Oh my God.
Davey Allen, greeting Bang
Allen.
Bros. MMA Bros.
Bros.
Bang Bros.
Bong Bros. Bong Bros. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink. Well, you weren't supposed to see that.
What was that? The bonger?
We're family friendly.
Hmm?
I said we're family friendly.
Well, I don't know. Nora's in the living room. Brandon's in the kitchen. Nobody's seeing.
Alcoholic, gambling, fucking degenerate. Family friendly.
Okay.
Come on. We'll do a gambling show. We're not for kids.
Oh, he said Bong Bros. I thought he meant Bang Bros, like Bang Brothers. You're the Bang Brothers?
What's up, homie? I got you. I got you.
Oh, I get it. Let's bang, bro. My mind was elsewhere. My mind was on the Bang Bus, and the
That's all right. You know what? I followed your train for some reason, so it worked out.
Fake taxi, Bang Bus, all that good stuff.
All right.
Anyway,
Next fight, we've got Yong Kutalaba versus Devin Clark.
Oh, we're in the co-main event.
Co-main.
All right. This one. Ion Kutalaba, the Hulk. He came in, he shaved his body. He has zero hair now. Zero hair at the weigh-ins. This guy, he's coming off a draw to Dustin Jacoby, who's middling light heavyweight, I would say. Before that, I wouldn't say he was middling. Now I would, because he had a draw against Ion Kutalaba, I'd say he's middling.
Yep.
His last 5, 1-3-1. He lost twice to Ankalaev. And the first time he's like, oh, I was playing possum. I was just faking. I was just making him think that, whatever, dude. The rematch, Ankalaev made sure there was no faking. He took him out quick. Okay. I forget. He beat somebody in there. I forget. I'm going off by memory.
What was the draw with Kutalaba and Dustin Jacoby?
What do you mean?
Kutalaba and versus Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah, went to a draw.
Yeah, but it was a Kutalaba KO round 2. So how come it ended up being a draw?
What?
In Tapology, if you look, Kutalaba versus Dustin Jacoby is a draw. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That was my fucking prediction. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. See, you're messing up.
I am messing up.
You're going by you predicted Kutalaba round 2 KO. It was a draw. It was. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That was one of two.
Anyway,
I missed that. Like, damn it, that was good.
Ian Kutalaba, the Hulk. Remember
All
when
right.
he came out in that weigh-in?
My apologies, kids.
And he was all green. This guy, you know what he did this time? He did like he was sprinkling stuff like magic powder on Devin Clark. When he came to the face-offs, he was like doing something like sprinkling stuff. And Devin Clark kind of like, what are you doing, dude? And Devin Clark was like, okay, all right, well, you want to shake my hand? And Ian's like, no. And then finally he did shake it. And then he was like trying to go in for a bear hug, like a hug, like, come here, brother. And then Devin Clark's like, no, I'm not hugging you. It was weird. It was just weird. I listened to it with no sound, but I was like, what's going on in this thing? It was weird. But anyway, Devin Clark, the Brown Bear, he's coming off a loss against the headliner in this fight, Lionheart Anthony Smith. He got triangle choked.
Yep.
Can't, he's 3-2 in his last 5 though. Consider Ian Kutalaba 1-3-1 in his last 5 against a 3-2 in his last 5.
By the way, his win was against Roundtree, and
Khalil Roundtree
has no wrestling skills whatsoever, and he got taken down and grounded. Like, that wasn't impressive for me.
Right. Ian Kutalaba was supposed to have some back pocket wrestling from Moldova. Moldova. That's where he's from.
Yeah, whatever.
But I really haven't seen much of that. And Khalil Roundtree is kind of one of those. They're both like, I would say both those guys are kind of like at that first round or bust level anyway. Then Khalil Roundtree's last fight, he won quick, right? First round knockout.
Yeah, but he still has no wrestling skills whatsoever.
Right. But Ian Kutalaba does have a little bit of wrestling. I don't think he's as good as Brown Bear. Devin Clark, I think, has better wrestling. Then let me tell you a little information about Devin Clark. He was at the place called Next Edge Academy with Draco Rodriguez, pretty decent wrestler. But he has since, from what the Fight Night Pick brothers, those guys said now he's out of Jackson Wink. Jackson Wink is
he's out of Winklejohn MMA.
Winklejohn, yeah. Mike Winklejohn and Greg Jackson, the other guy, Jackson Wink. But anyway, Jackson Wink's got a little bit of a better reputation than Next Edge Academy in Sioux City Falls, South Dakota. So I mean, I'm not taking anything from Sioux City.
I will. I'll do it. No problem. You want to put that against? Yeah, no.
But
different level.
I'll take Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jackson Wink. If you look at their Tapology, open that page, you got Carlos Condit. John Jones Bones is listed on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm on the cappers for the
quality
cappers. Cappers were taking Ion Kutalaba. See that?
Good for them.
But me, I'm taking Brown Bear, Devin Clark, with Fight Night Pick Brothers and Big Ev.
Yep. I'm all over it.
Yeah, me too. At plus money too. He's at plus 132. Yeah, the odds didn't change. Plus 132. That's plus money on Devin Clark. I think Ian Kutalaba is first round or bust, and I think Devin Clark has the wherewithal to survive the first round and then get a decision victory, if not a finish, over Ian Kutalaba in second or third. First round, though, it's going to be more of a he's got to fight smart, because Ian Kutalaba is going to come in swinging for just come in very aggressive. That's how he does. He does all his fights like that. Comes in aggressive, but Devin Clark, if he fights smart, maybe does some defensive wrestling and just doesn't get struck by a heavy Hulk smash type punch, I think he's going to edge out the victory, either finish him second or third or get the decision. And I like that bet. I like the plus money asterisk.
Yeah, I just got him for the win, plus money.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Just for giggles, I'm going to open it up and see what it is for decision for me. Devin Clark by points, plus 175. So it doesn't go up that much. Not worth another bet. I already bet him. and I put him in a parlay with the headliner. So, okay, let's go to the main event, and then we'll come up with our parlays. How long have we been on? Over 2 hours already. So, main event, we've got light heavyweight showdown between Lionheart Anthony Smith and Superman Ryan Spann. This is a good one. I know you're big. You mentioned in my comments that you cannot fade Anthony Smith because of his last fight against Jimmy Crute, Dr. Stoppage, from a leg kick, which is a freak weird thing because Jimmy Crute couldn't walk anymore. I don't know. That didn't really impress me because I think if he didn't get that stupid leg kick where he like hit a nerve or something, I don't know what happened there, but if that leg kick didn't happen, I think Jimmy Crute might have won that fight. But anyway, he is 3-2 in his last fight, or last 5, fighting out of a good place, Factory X Muay Thai. However, Anthony Smith, double-digit losses, 35-16, 16 losses. So the guy knows how to win, and the guy knows how to lose. He has that Glover Teixeira fight where he got his jaw broken and spit a couple teeth out, handed to the ref. But he made it to the 5th round. He didn't give up until 5th round. They finally called the ground and pound. They said stop. They didn't want to keep collecting teeth. But Anthony Smith, Anthony Smith does have durability. He's got lion heart. He doesn't give up. Some people will call it durability. I call it stupidity. But whatever, each to their own. And his opponent, though, the underdog, the plus money, Ryan Spann. Now, Ryan Spann, I faded this guy against Smiling Sam Alvey, and he won a robbery split decision. Sam Alvey should have won that fight, and it's shitty because I picked Sam Alvey, and I was like, oh, he's got this, he's got the win. And you know why I faded him? Because Ryan Spann in the weigh-ins and face-offs looked drained. I think we discussed it before. Anyway, he looked like yeah, he looked like shit. He looked like he's had a bad weight cut, and that's why I faded him. And Smiling Sam Alvey, I thought anyway, he won. Spann won split decision, and then he lost to Hooker, or not Hooker. Who's the other guy? Johnny Walker, right? He lost to Johnny Walker, Johnny Walker is unpredictable. Sometimes he's the best fighter you ever seen. Sometimes he's a middling light heavyweight. It's just weird. Depends. He's like it depends on the matchup, I think, with Johnny Walker. He's an enigma. You don't know what you're gonna get. But then most recently, ground and pound round 1 of Misha Cirkunov. That's more impressive than a doctor stoppage leg injury against Jimmy Crute, in my opinion. But your opinion, you're seeing it else. 4-1, Ryan Spann in his last 5. Anthony Smith 3-2 in his last 5. Just saying. Fortis MMA. That's where Ryan Spann. Fortis MMA has Alonzo Menefield, Alex Morono, Abdul Razak Al Hassan, Kennedy Izinchukwu. I'm just saying, those are contender, like potential within a weight class of Ryan Spann. So I don't know. I'm going with the underdog here. I'm taking Ryan Spann. He's got the height, reach, and age advantage. He's the bigger guy. In the face-offs, it was kind of like weird. Lionheart was trying to intimidate him. Anthony Smith trying to intimidate him, but it really wasn't working, in my opinion. And that's when I started the show, like right as I was watching their face-offs. So now go ahead, make your thing about your argument for
my
Anthony
double-digit
Smith.
loser.
Huh?
For my double-digit loser who's got 16 losses.
Yeah.
I get it. He's got 16 losses. He's a legend. You know what? The guy's 33 years old. Are you kidding me?
He's not done yet. He's still got room for improvement.
That's so much experience. All right, let's go over his record. He beat Jimmy Crute. We got it, the leg injury. He choked out Devin Clark. Yeah, well, you know what? So did Ryan Spann. Not a big deal. His losses, though: Alexander Rakic, Glover Teixeira, John
How old is
Jones.
Glover Teixeira? Glover Teixeira is like 40,
Doesn't matter.
knocking his teeth out. And Glover Teixeira's a wrestler, knocking his teeth out. Just saying.
In round 5. Come on.
Yeah, after he controlled him for 4 rounds wrestling.
Whatever. He beat Gustafsson. He lost to Jones. Before that, he was on a 3-fight winning streak where he beat Shogun Rua, Rashad Evans, Ozdemir. His other losses against Thiago Santos. I mean, his losses are on huge names. Yeah, he's got a few of them, but recently they're all big, huge friggin' names. You gonna fade his John Jones loss? His Thiago Santos loss? No. His Rockets loss? No. Glover, all right, well, Glover got him. But, I mean, that was round 5. So, and as far as I'm concerned, at 33 years old, he's trying to make his comeback. He's got one more shot to make this work, and he's going to throw everything he has in it. So, I really, really do think Anthony Smith is going to come through with this. Really do. You want to go over stats?
Pull up Spann's Tapology. Let's see who he's fought, who he's lost to. He's lost 6 of them, so he's got some, not double digits like your boy, but he's got 6 losses. So let's see what we got.
All right, so we've got Misha Shirkinov.
That's most recent win.
Yeah,
ground and pound. He's formidable.
Before that, a loss to Johnny Walker.
That's the one loss in his last 5.
Yep. Before that, his win over Sam Alvey, which you're kind of fading.
I am. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Before that, his win over Devin Clark by guillotine choke in 2:01 of round 2, and I believe
respectable.
Yeah, but I believe Anthony Smith choked him out in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, still they both won against Devin Clark. Okay.
And then they both choked him out, by the way.
Right.
Then his win against Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira in 2019.
You know what? That's an interesting fight that you mentioned that. I was listening to the Fight Night Pick Brothers, and I guess Nogueira, before he lost, he rocked him. He rocked Ryan Spann. Then that's Little Nog. Little Nog, I guess. Yep. I don't remember. I don't think I watched that fight, but the brother from Fight Night Picks said what keeps me like worried is Little Nog rocked Ryan Spann, like rocked him, like put him down, but Ryan Spann came back because it was toward the end of the round or something. Then he came back and got the win. But interesting. Okay.
So and before that we got Luis Enrique, Emilio Sordi, Alex Nicholson, Myron Dennis.
Yeah, nobody's hands, right?
Yeah, all in LFA. He did have a couple shots at Dana White's Contender Series. His first shot at Dana White in 2017, he lost to Carl Robinson, and then
he's good.
And then he came back in 2018 for Dana White's Contender Series, where he won against Emilio Sordi. But still, Emilio Sordi, who the fuck is that?
I know. I will give you the Anthony Smith. This is like his. I'm off the top of my head. I think it's like his 12th headlining card. Like Ryan Spann, this is his very first time he's been a headliner. So that in that respect, Anthony Smith does have a lot more experience, especially as a headliner. But I think that might work against him. Ryan Spann might. This is his time to shine. This is his time in the limelight. Headlining a card. He's right. Look, he's on the picture. Here he is. This is his first time on the card, like on the main poster. You know, I think that plays a big portion. And that's why he wouldn't even make eye contact. He looked down at the ground in the face-offs. You got to look at it. After the video, check it out.
Yeah, Anthony Smith. Actually, that one I saw.
Okay.
That one was on
Yeah.
my
Ryan
Instagram.
Spann was like looking, like not even giving him respect, like looking away, and Anthony Smith was dead eyeing him, like looking right at him. So I don't know what you can take from that. It's just weird, but I can't take anything from it because Ryan Spann looked like a piece of shit against Smiling Sam Alvey and still came out the victory. But so I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know, but yeah, it's going to be a close one to call, but I'm going with the plus money, and I think Ryan Spann is going to shine in his time to shine. This is his chance, and I think he's not going to mess it up against a double-digit loss, Anthony Smith. That's that's just my take.
Experienced yet young 33-year-old for this weight class. I'm still good with 33 years old for this weight class.
Ryan Spann's 30, a little
exactly.
bit younger.
So there's not,
and he's got 5.5-inch reach advantage.
There's not much age advantage, and there's a huge experience level. And I really do think he's going to make his comeback. And this is the beginning of his comeback. And Spann, I hate to say it, I think you're being fed to the wrong guy by the UFC. I think tinfoil hat. I think they really want this guy to go forward.
I think I think they want Spann to go forward.
I think Anthony Smith has such a huge fan base. He's been around for so long, has so many fights. He's toughed it out.
And just
physically,
Spann looks better. Just looking at this picture on the poster for Tapology, Spann looks better. He's firmer. He's got Smith got like droopy nipples, and I don't know. He just looks like he got more of a dad bod, where Spann looks like he's prime. I don't know. That just could be just me looking in too deep beyond the surface. Are you going to get Smith with the glasses? Is he going to have the glasses on, or is he going to have I don't know. Smith, I think he don't have all his teeth. He's had his jaw broken before. I mean, just a lot of things, just a lot of stuff going on there. But
I'm backing my guy.
Good. I'm backing my guy. The underdog, Ryan Spann. This is good because now we won't tie in Tapology.
There's no way.
We got at least three that we're on other sides with, right?
I have minus 0.25. I think they just want someone to look good, whether it's Smith by sub or Spann by KO TKO. Man. Minus. Oh man.
The under. What is that?
I think it's going to go over that. It's a 5-round fight. I think the UFC is going to get what it is. It's probably going to go about. It probably will go to a decision.
I want to see I'm going to open it up and check out the odds. There it is. Okay. Spann is plus 135, plus money, 135. Fight goes the distance. Yes is plus 220. No is minus 280. Under 2.5. So round. Let's see. Fight to start round 2. Yes is a minus 260. No is 200. Fight to start round 3 is minus 115 either way. So it's very close. Very close odds on 2.5. I think if I was to bet this, like prop bet it, I would take Spann by points, and I would have plus 600. Now, what do you think? Anthony Smith is going to knock him out, finish him, or do you think
at plus money everywhere? Smith by TKO or submission plus 120. Spann plus 220. Smith by decision plus 350. Spann by decision plus 650.
That's what I like.
Damn. Even Smith by decision of 350. I might not be as greedy as you are.
This is 5-round fight though. 5-round fight. Are they going to make it? I know Smith does have that.
Yeah.
He brings the first round, he'll still bring the 5th round. Like it took Glover Teixeira took him knocking out his teeth and breaking his jaw
Yeah.
to win in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? That's why he does have that durability.
And
but
I think Spann's got that Superman tattoo on his chest, and he's going to bring it out, and he's going to last 5 rounds as well. I think my lean, and we'll do it right now for a minor little scratch-off ticket, Anthony Smith by decision or technical decision. I think that's a good one. I think this is going to be a 5-rounder. I hate to say it. And I'll put how much are you going to put on it? How much?
fight goes the distance plus 220. I have. That's
right. Wow.
That's just fight goes the distance at plus 220. I don't know. I don't ever play the total bets. I don't do the over-unders. I just usually pick a side. Ranj makes me take a side. I got to take a side.
Well, I'll put a scratch off on it. There we go. Done.
All right, good. I got a bet already on. I got Spann and Devin Clark in a 2-fight parlay already. I forgot, but the payout's nice. It's plus, I forget, whatever. Anyway, let's make our couple 3-leg parlays. I asterisked a couple of these fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already got 7 asterisk fights.
Jesus.
That we're both pretty confident on, so this should be pretty easy. Now, the first parlay. Okay. Take that one out. All right. We both like Carlston Harris. Yes.
Yes. Plus 100.
All right. I'm gonna see what this. I'm gonna do this on my phone so I can see what the pays out before I place the bet.
As you speak.
Carlston Harris plus 10 or minus 105. I got him at. Then we both we're both on board with Mike Rodriguez. Mike Slow Rodriguez. Yes.
Yes, we are.
All right. Minus 103.
I got him at plus 100.
And then Ariane Lipsky. You like her? Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's this is going to be a decent one because these guys are all like barely favorites. So that's a first 3-fight parlay. That I'm going to put half a unit, $10. We'll pay, so it's plus 592. Plus 592 for those 3 fights.
And I've got plus 620 on mine.
Oh, good for you. Place bet.
How much?
I got. I put a half a unit.
I don't like 3-fight parlays.
That's why you only put half a unit, but your unit is stupid.
So I'm putting $25. I'm putting.
There you go. That's sensible for you. $25.
Okay.
What's that payout? It's gotta be pretty. There you go. That's a nice out to dinner. Okay, now now we're gonna do the second one. I just had to clear my bet slip. We're gonna go again.
MMA, man. These parlays are for you, buddy.
What's that?
Real News MMA. We've been doing well on these parlays, so let's go.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Right. I'll try to post these. You know, let me see if I can open up Bet Online on my computer. While the StreamYard, I don't know. Everybody in this household fights over Wi-Fi. But so if I lose connection, Dave, you just hold. I'll be right back.
I got you.
But
I got you, homie.
Okay. All right. So
we
pending wagers. Okay, so here's the one. Copy, paste, and this. Let me clean it up. It has 4 game and all that crap on it.
How do I cut and paste mine?
Yeah, me too. But then it has a bunch of extra like words that Martial arts 24405 Mike Rodriguez. You know, it has all that this crap, this extra nonsense. Okay, so here we go. And then I have to put the parlay odds. Parlay odds. It was plus.
Wait a second. Hey.
Plus 592. What? What? Am I still on?
Oh yeah, you're still on. I'm good. I'm just messing up.
Okay, Carlston Harris, Mike Rodriguez, Ariane Lipsky. Those three in a parlay pay out plus 592. Now we're gonna make a second one with Devin Clark. You like Brown Bear, right? Against Ion.
Oh yeah.
Iwan. Is it Iwan? Ion? I don't care.
Me neither.
Oh, Devin Clark pays nice. Plus money. Plus money. Plus 132 for Devin Clark. Then we were both taking the side of Quinn Buckley. Yeah?
Correct. Yes. Minus 200, but I'm still taking them.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's not going to pay out as well, but that we do have that plus money on there, so maybe I'm going too far down, going into next week's. Quinn Buckley
Clark
minus 189, and another one that it's out of it's got to be Hannah Goldie, or no? Wasn't there another one? Oh, that Zhu Wrong.
I was about to say I'll go Zhu Wrong.
Okay.
And
Zhu Wrong.
Or Gold.
No, Zhu Wrong's. I think Zhu Wrong's a good one.
And
Brandon
Goldie's,
Jenkins on 5 days' notice, and I don't even know who he is.
That's got to be a lock.
So those three altogether, $10. Not as big, but plus 387.
I've got plus 350 on mine.
Place bet.
For Wrong, Buckley, and Clark?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm happy to do that.
Okay, and I'm going to copy, paste. Yeah, Zhu Wrong's minus 268. I don't like using those far odds, but he is kind of a lock against, against that guy. I still don't know who he is. I said his name like 3 times. Brandon Jenkins.
Correct.
Brandon Jenkins. That's such a generic name.
Whatever. Don't notice.
I'm just saying. All right, Devin Clark. Thankfully, he's making it still a better. He's evening out that minus 268 because he's plus money. Okay.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to go back and put a bunch of 2-fight parlays because 3-fight parlays scare me, but whatever.
The odds. Well, these are all fights that we agree upon right here. That's plus. What did I say? 3. Let me see. 387. That's not bad. 387. Oh, we got Davey Allen. I'll put his up there. Arman Sarukian win, Blanchfield, Carlston Harris. See, Arman Sarukian, that's disgusting. He's at like minus 850 or something. Montel Jackson, isn't he fight goes the distance. Okay.
Who the hell is Shane Keefe?
That's a Bellator thing. Just like mine. Neiman Gracie. Is that another Bellator one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Neiman Marcus.
Sorry, guys. I got a full-time job and I only got so much time, so UFC is what you get.
Yeah, me too. There are some interesting. There it is. Neiman Gracie, Mark Lemoner. Oh, Neiman Gracie's a minus 265. That's
So
not
I will
even.
say, by the way, I probably put in 30, 40, like 40 or 50 hours of research on this shit. Like
Awesome. Ooh, look at that. Phil Davis versus Yoel Romero. Now that one, I know both those guys. Yoel Romero is plus 117 too. Interesting. But I'm not gonna get in. I'm not touching it because it's not UFC, so I can't really.
I'm the same
Oh, I
way.
know. No, I don't. Grant Neal, that's not who's Jeff Neal. I know Jeff Neal. You know Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel.
Yep.
I don't know Grant Neal, Alex Pelosi. I don't know those guys. It's all good. It's all good, Davey. It's all good. We got this one plus 387, which is pretty good. We're both Devin Clark, Buckley, and Zurong. We're both loving all those. This one is our big money maker. I might even double it up. Carlston Harris, Mike Rod, and Lipsky. Plus 592. I like it. All right. We've been on 2.5 hours. It was a good show tonight. I enjoyed it. This is a big card. It's going to be good. What time do these start? Normal nighttime, I think. Yeah. Oh, 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's great.
No, you gotta be kidding me. Really?
For prelims. Yeah. That's what it says on my sheet.
That sucks.
Right.
That's like
what? That's like 1 o'clock for you. That's perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that
That's
sucks.
fine.
You want Vlad to be up at like 6 in the morning watching the
afternoon.
We see the sun chirp. You see the birds chirping and the sun out at his house through when you're watching Vlad's video.
I'm gonna throw the barbecue on. I'm gonna have afternoon day drinking. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be going over NFL picks and making my NFL bets.
Oh, I'm doing that too. Like I said, I got Brandon. My son's birthday's tomorrow, so it's happening at my parents are throwing a party for him, so I'll be there barbecuing and watching these fights. 4 p.m. The party starts at like noon or something, so that'll be right into it. Perfect.
Hey,
All right. So let's end this. Thanks for all you guys in the chat for sticking with us through this.
Yeah, good show, guys. And I think we got some decent bets going on.
We do, definitely. Hopefully, Real MMA News. Well, hopefully, I don't know what you're talking about there. What's minus? Oh, he was talking about that Spann versus Smith. He thinks it's going to go under 1.5.
No.
All right. Yeah, there he is. Hopefully, we'll continue our streak. We're on a 3-fight the parlay streak is like 3 cards in a row. We've gotten it right.
We're doing good.
Hopefully, we'll continue that streak and make it 4 or 5 if both of them come through. Oh, if both of them come through, that'll be sick. That'll be plus money. That'll be definitely help my bankroll. So, all right.
You can buy me a
shirt. You got?
You can buy me a shirt.
I'm gonna buy you a shirt. You guys send me on Instagram. Send me your address, and I'll get you one. What you got there, babe?
Okay. So here's the deal: you can only buy a shirt with your winnings. So I did really well last week, so I sent you a shirt. But you can only do it if you do well.
No problem. I will do well. I always do.
All right.
I did well last week. 6 and 3.
That's our deal, though.
All right, man. Peace out.
Have a good night.
Later.